What's up? Good Thursday.
There you go.
What's up?
Just ready for some hot press conference.
Yeah.
You know I love a good press conference.
I know you do.
God, I wish I was there right now asking hot, burning questions.
Maybe they can patch you through.
Yeah. I got questions. Let's go.
Well, hold on.
He went with the Oilers hat again.
Oh, yeah?
Bit of an upset.
Wait, where are you seeing this?
The Blazers have been posting. He's been around the facility all day meeting and, shaking
Being
hands.
Tom Dundon.
You know what? He's Dundee.
He's Dundoning.
But a little bit of an upset.
He's the Dundoner.
He's wearing the same Hartford Whaler hat he was wearing down in L.A. You're in the facility, for God's sakes.
You know what that shows you?
What do you got?
He don't give an F.
Nah. But you would think someone was like, hey, sir. Because I don't. Do we sir him? Do we Tom? Is he Tommy?
I don't think anybody has the balls to tell him that yet. Tommy? No.
Tommy!
Definitely not.
Tommy!
Don't Tommy him.
Look. I just think, look, first off, the Hartford Whaler. The Hartford Whaler's greatest logo in sports history. He's not even wearing the logo. It just says Whalers. Can we get him a pinwheel? Can we get him a Rip City hat? So now the question becomes, at the press conference, is he still wearing the whale?
I think he wears whatever he wants to.
No one's going to be like, hey, dude, it's an introductory press conference.
Bro, he's the owner, and it's the first day in the building. Nobody has the balls to tell him what to do.
How about did someone offer him a hat, and he was like, nah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Do you call him Mr. Dundon? You call him Tom?
I don't know where,
I think you ask him how he'd like to be addressed.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah, but you call him sir.
Yeah, do you just sir him? You just drop that? You just sir him?
So, if you're tuning in for the press conference, we're going to try to play it.
Yeah, it is starting soon. Has not started yet. I got a big sign that says stream starts soon.
Okay.
Are we YouTubing that?
We are going straight off the Trailblazer website.
Let's go.
Oh.
So that, when it starts, we'll get you over to it. So you'll hear from the new owner, Tom Dundon.
As he Dundons. I got to believe he's going to wear the pinwheel. I got to. Someone is going to, as he goes on stage, someone's handed him a GD hat.
What if they say, hey, sir, swap out the hat, please? And he throws it down and he stomps on it.
And then he drinks out of his water bottle like Neil Lachey.
Yeah.
That awkward side glance.
He side glances to his guy who comes over and whisks them away, and they are suddenly fired.
He just goes WW heel turn. My team now, bitches. You're in Tommy's world. Flips everyone off, storms off. Let's do it. Let's go.
Well, the Dundoning you'll hear. I hear that Shield Tile is there too. I was reading about him today. And I think that's our Bert Cold.
Yeah.
And I mean that in a good way.
Yes, he will be.
He's like the local conduit.
Yes,
not Burt Cold, like as in.
Metal.
All right, we got people walking up here soon. Dundon is sitting down, so I will.
Has he got his Whalers hat on?
He has no hat on, but he has a Blazer jacket on.
Okay.
He took his hat off.
Quarter zip.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, hello. Okay, let's go live.
I have not seen this room this full in my 10 years being here, but that's what happens when we have a big day to celebrate. And that's what we're doing today. Thank you all for being here. My name is Lamar Hurd, TV analyst for the Blazers, and it's my honor to welcome and introduce a group of people to you that you will come to know and love. We are thrilled to introduce our Rip City Rising ownership group led by Tom Dundon. Tom will serve as governor, and he is joined by Andrew Chung and Sheil Tao, who will serve as alternate governors. Also joining us today is our president of business operations, Dwayne Hankins, and our general manager, Joe Cronin. I'm going to hand it off to Tom, Andrew, and Sheil for brief remarks. And after that is done, we'll open it up for a Q&A. With that, let's get the party started. Tom?
Thanks, bud. All right, well, thanks, everybody, for coming. I think the main message for us right now is franchise hasn't had as much success in the past few years as it did historically. And I think our expectation is that's starting to change and will continue to change. So I think the focus that's been the last few years around development, which is now around winning, right? And so we've tried to get this message through the last couple of days that was fun and probably necessary, but it's more fun to win and it's more fun to do the things that lead to success. And hopefully we'll start creating more habits that those processes lead to the kind of winning that I expect and I think everybody expects. I want to thank the family that sold us this team did a really nice job, and it gets uncomfortable sometimes talking about what we want to do next. So I really appreciate everything the Allen family did. They've built this building is pretty neat, right? Like when you walk around it needs some work, but it's still something we can be proud of and then improve upon. And that's how I feel about everything they've done. Like they've created this legacy that now, with a little love and care, maybe we can keep making better and better. We spent some time with Joe and Dwayne and the people that work for the Trailblazers, and we're very fortunate. It's a really good group of people. They care. There's nothing I don't think we can accomplish if we just start focusing on a little bit of improvement every day. And I feel like all the pieces are here. There's not something I'm worried about. Now it's just, the only thing I'm kind of worried about is the speed and pace and intensity at which we're about to get going might be a little different, and we just got to get people there quickly. I didn't grow up, set out, or intend to be in this position, so I want everybody to understand I know how lucky I am. It's the responsibility to make sure fans and the community are proud of what we do. And like I say, part of that's winning, but it's also how you treat your fans, how long it takes to get in the building, what the food tastes like. All these things are important, and I probably think about them more than most, and we won't stop thinking about it ever. We will continue to try to make the experience here great while we're expecting to win, and hopefully you'll see that over time. The last thing is I couldn't have done this without a couple of my partners that are here, and I'm really thankful to them. And I think as a group, we should be pretty powerful. So this is one of my partners, Andrew, so I want him to say hello.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'm excited. And as a new owner, we're 1-0, so let's keep it that way. Yeah. Thank you for coming.
And our local partner, who I think you'll see the most of, Sheil.
Thanks, Tom. I just want to say a few things and start with a few thank yous. I see some franchise legends here, so thank you guys. Thank you for everybody who came. I know you guys took a lot of time out of your busy schedules. Special thank you to my wife, Sejal, who's the reason we are in Oregon. Honestly, she's the star of the family, so I hope you guys get to spend some time with her. I really wanted to say two things today. The first is about the power of sport. I think folks often ask, why did you do this? And to me, one of the most special things about sport in this country, in this state, in this city, is the power to bring people together. It doesn't actually matter where you come from, how you pray, who you love, etc. All that matters is on game day, is that in our case, it's all about the Portland Trail Blazers. And that is something we feel passionately about in this ownership group, and is something that we think we need right now in this country, in this world. Second thing I want to talk about is Portland. Portland is my home. Our daughter Sia, who will be here today, she's taking her second nap right now, so actually we'll see if she makes it, was born at OHSU, not too far away. And this place, I know Tom might not think so, but I think has the best food in the country, and is just an incredible place to live. We called our ownership group Rip City Rising for a very specific reason. We could have called it other things. Could have called it Rip City Stabilizing. We could have called it Rip City Reminiscing. We called it Rip City Rising, and that was a unanimous decision all of us made. And it was because we believe Portland was a world-class city, and it can again be a world-class city, and then potentially ascend beyond that. We think the Blazers can and should play a small role in that, and we're really excited to do that with all of your guys' help. And the last thing I'll say is I have gotten, as somebody who lives in Portland, I have gotten to know these guys and some of our amazing other partners, Mark, Stan, Richard, etc., over the last year. And I can tell you, this is a group that you guys will be proud of. Tom came from nothing and risked it all to essentially achieve all that he has achieved. Andrew, to do what he did, when he did it, Andrew and Peggy, nothing short of extraordinary. And I mean, it's almost making me tear up to just talk about your guys' stories, but this is an incredible group of people that I think you will realize will fight every day to have your guys' back. So with that, thank you.
Thanks, bud. You're up.
All right, I'm back. Thank you all for all of that. We are going to open it up now for the Q&A. We have mics that we're passing around. If you want to ask a question, just raise your hand. I know our first question will go to Bill Oram, right there.
Hey guys, congratulations. Tom, you've obviously talked about the amount of work that needs to happen and has already started happening. How is this organization going to be different a year from today than it is right now?
That's a good question. So, like I say, I think all the pieces are here. I think just the pace at which we want to move and maybe the expectations probably are going to be different. I think we've started that, and there's no real secrets, right? Everybody talks about commitment and passion and structure and expectations and standards, and it's just how committed are you to that every day and getting everybody to do it. And I think, I don't know if you'll notice or not, but I sure hope you do.
Tom, hi. Jason Quick with The Athletic. I've got two questions for you. First, do you care about being liked?
It's in the list of things I care about, it's lower. But yeah, I don't think anybody who says they don't care what people think isn't telling the truth, right? Of course. But I think I care more about my character than my reputation. And I know what I do every day. And I want to win and achieve things without hurting anybody. And there's nothing about me that doesn't want to do the right thing. I do it every day. But if we have to trade a player, we're going to trade the player. If we need to make a decision that's best for the Portland Trail Blazers, I'm going to make those decisions. That doesn't mean I'm going to love doing it. I mean, everybody I know that has whatever that responsibility or burden is, struggles with the hard decisions, and I do too, and I don't like it, but I'll do it because it's best for the organization.
My second question is, after the Clippers game, there was a video the team put out where Joe Cronin gave you the game ball, and you made a few comments, and I couldn't really tell, but I think you might have been emotional in your words. I'm curious, were you emotional, and if so, why?
Caught that. So
Yes, he was emotional.
yeah, like I say, I'm so lucky to get to do this, and I put the way I want our players to do things that are not hard, that are not easy, and you want to push them because it's difficult to play all these games. They make a lot of money, and that's irrelevant. What's relevant is how hard their job is. You know, the travel's hard, the commitment's hard, and I think sometimes we take for granted, well, you're in NBA, you're playing pro sports, and you're so lucky, and they are, but at the same time, I really appreciate when you see that kind of effort, and that's all I want. If we lose and it looks like that, then I'll be happy. We'll try to get better players, but if they do that, so I so appreciate it, and I think that's the reason I felt that way is we kind of came in that day with, I'm not going to meet with the team. I don't do that. I do it once, say hello, and say, here's the standard. And it was probably coincidence, but when it looks like that, then that's what makes me sort of, whether it's emotional or happy but you know, my whole thing is, okay, we did it. What's next? Like, we can do better again. So.
Hey, Andrew. This is questions for Andrew. Joe Freeman with the Oregonian. I wonder, can you tell us how you became involved in this? How you got connected with Tom, and why did you decide to get involved in this sports ownership gig?
I'm a fan, and actually, I was not thinking of this way because I don't live here, right? You know, so, and as a Chinese, I love the fact we have a prospect in Hansen Young, you know, so it got me thinking. And Tom is a winner, and he's done a wonderful job with his previous team. So, you know, we have a winning combination here. And then NBA is a popular sports in China. There's a lot more influence we can make. I'm excited.
Did he reach out to you, or how did you guys connect?
We connected by someone that one of my team member.
Okay, next up, Sean Hyken.
Hey, Tom, you've owned a hockey team for about 8 years, and you've probably been studying the NBA for about a year, however long it's been since you decided you were going to buy the team. What are some things that maybe you found work in the NHL that you think are going to translate over to the NBA, and what are some things that you think you're going to have to maybe adapt and adjust as far as how you run the team and how you run the operations?
So I've been warned a lot that the players it's harder to get through. They make more money. They have a bigger impact on the game. There's less players. You can give the ball to the good ones a lot, and making sure they're all of the same character and effort. And sometimes that's harder in the NBA, I'm told. And so far, I haven't seen it. Like I've been very, very happy with the culture of the organization. You've got a bunch of, I assume you all know this that are fans, but the players here work hard, they care, there's no drama. It's really special relative to what my expectations were, because I didn't know other than what I was told, no different, rumors, and you try not to listen to those things, but you can be impacted sometimes. But I don't think it's that much different than a company, than a basketball team, than a hockey team, right? You set expectations, you work hard, you want people with character and care, and I don't think there's going to be any difference between here, there, and anything else I do in life.
Next, Ann Peterson.
Hi, Annie Peterson from Associated Press. Tom, how would you describe your management style, and are you going to be a hands-on kind of owner? Are you going to be involved in the day-to-day, or are you going to delegate?
I don't know that it's not that cut and dry. You can be involved and delegate. You can be hands-on and also trust people. I I don't trust anyone to make decisions without information and getting. Joe and I have had a lot of talk about this, and he actually does it. But there's coaches and there's scouts, there's analytics. There's a lot of people involved with running these businesses, making decisions. I don't expect to be the decision maker because the process creates obvious answers, but I'll push really hard to go through a process that doesn't leave anyone out and doesn't miss any variables.
All right, Mike Richmond.
Tom, I'm curious how you view the Blazers coaching situation with Chauncey Billups like nominally employed and Thiago Splitter entering a decision coming up here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about the first situation. I wasn't here, and they don't really talk to us about it. It's none of my business. I think Thiago's done a really good job, and the team is sitting here with sort of this opportunity, and we'll get more information every day. But so far, he's done a great job, and I'm curious to see how this goes from here because my expectations are I want to win.
Danny Meringue next.
Tom, you've talked about how where the team is right now isn't where you kind of want it to be and where you can get it to. How do you get it to that spot? Is there a desire to make a big splash, which is what we've seen from a lot of owners over the last 5 to 7 years, and kind of what your timeline is to get to where you want to be?
It's really difficult in these situations to have an actual plan. I think our plan is to work hard, make good decisions, and Joe had a deal that he looked at the trade deadline that I was aware of that would have been what you described as a big splash. And if that opportunity exists, I'm probably more aggressive than most. If it doesn't exist, then you got to go about finding the pieces to continue to get better and then decide if you can get good enough to win a championship or you have to take a step back. So I don't think, Joe and I have talked about this a lot, there's no one way this is going to go for sure. If we get a star, we have a chance to win. If we can't find a star, then we got to add some pieces and hope some things develop. And if that doesn't work, then we got to try again with a new plan. And I think there's equal chances for all those things to happen.
Next, we have Eve.
Hi, I'm with the Portland Business Journal. I know that your real estate firm invested in a multi-million-dollar redevelopment effort around the Lenovo Center in Raleigh. Do you have similar plans to invest in redeveloping the area around the Moda Center?
I haven't spent any time on it yet, so I'd love to answer if I knew, but I just don't know yet. But I think those things are interesting to study and look at. It's some of the stuff that's like my hobby to figure that stuff out. So if there's things to do, I think I'll listen and poke around.
Tom, Nick Krupke from KPTV. Why Portland? Why now?
They called me and said there was an NBA team in Portland for sale. And luckily I found a bunch of guys to help me do it, and that's how it happened. I wasn't out looking.
How you guys doing? Congratulations, fellas. Tyree Smith, Coin 6 News. But Joe, this is for you. We haven't had a chance to really hear from you for a while, so I'm kind of curious when Tom and the ownership group was named as taking over as the owners, kind of what was your initial thoughts, and do you have any kind of maybe feelings about what the future can be in terms of your position here as general manager?
Well, initially, when I first learned this was, almost a year ago, it was mixed emotions just because I respect Jody Allen and Burt Cold so much that it was knowing that they were leaving this organization that was a loss. But then, you quickly turn into what's next? What's this organization going to be now? And as I've gotten to know Tom and his partners, incredibly encouraged. The skill set, the expertise, the drive, the passion, the will to win. For me, it's perfect. And, I think this organization is in an incredible spot to, have all these super capable people to help drive this train, and just couldn't be more optimistic.
All right, there is your initial Dundoning. All right.
I'll tell you what, I got. That's one of the more interesting press conferences that I've. Normally these things are roll my eyes. Dude, I got like 9 things that I wrote down.
Tell you what, I got motivated. I bet on the Blazers tonight. Rip City back. Revival.
And I will tell you right now, there is one player on this team that is not getting traded. I tell you, if there is a bet, over under, right? Like 3 years, who's on this roster? You know who's staying? The big tariff. That guy ain't going anywhere. The panda has spoken. The big tariff is here to stay.
So many things to discuss. Let's take a break. Thank you to Oregon Live and the Blazers. That was Tom Dundon, Shield Tile, the Panda Express guy.
Andrew and Peggy are the couple.
Joe Cronin.
Chung, I want to say.
We didn't hear from Hankins. Nobody cares about Hankins.
No.
But then Lamar heard and everything. Okay, so we'll be right back with
Andrew
some
Chung,
thoughts.
by the way.
Andrew Chung.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll be right back with some thoughts. You can text the fan text line if you like with your comments, and that can be reached at 503-864-6326. What did you think? We'll be right back on The Fan.
AM.
All right, we are back. Played the Tom Dundon press conference. Now, I did want to say that we cut it off a little early. We were just listening to it to make sure there was anything relevant that we missed, and I did want to relay to you. And they're about to wrap it up, so you're not missing anything. You heard the gist of it. He did say while we were in the break that somebody asked him, well, what do you say to Portland fans who are scared that you may move the team? And he said, listen, when I bought the Hurricanes, the hockey team, they all said I was going to move them to Houston, and I spent literally 0 minutes working on moving them to Houston. So you guys can write whatever you want. I like the press, but that was not a thing there, and it's not a thing here. I have spent 0 time in that. He said, ultimately, as long as we get the arena renovation done and a lease signed, we're good to go.
And then Shield Tile, who is, by the way, to me, it seems pretty clear that the face that you will see and hear from in Portland is not Tom Dundon. He does not live in Raleigh. He does not have a house in Raleigh. He does not own a car in Raleigh. He is not in North Carolina very often.
Well, and he hates the food in Portland.
And my guess is that you aren't going to see a lot of Tom Dundon in Portland. What you will see is Shield Tile. And right after Tom gave the answer of they have spent 0 time discussing anything other than lease renovation, Shield stepped in and said, Tom would not have asked me to join this group had there been any intention of it not staying here. So, look, he will be the Portland guy. He was the one that he joked that Tom didn't love the food here. Shield talked about this being his home. He talked about his wife. He talked about his kids.
Well, in fairness, he didn't say he didn't love the food. I shouldn't have said it that way.
No.
He just said, Tom doesn't think we have the best food in the U.S.
Yes.
Because a lot of people think Portland's the best food city.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tom does not. But maybe
he's no Oregonian.
Maybe we can win him over.
The face of this is Tom, in a shocking development, is everything you thought he was, which is no nonsense, F you, I'm coming in. The best part of that was Jason Quick. Do you care to be liked? That was the longest pause in press conference history, because you know what he wanted to say was, F you. No, he doesn't care. Shield will be the good cop, bad cop to Tom Dundon. He just will.
So, okay. There are so many things in there.
Yeah.
I would just say overall, this is just my opinion, and I would like to hear your guys's, but I found him actually to be pretty authentic.
Yeah.
Like he's rigid. He is no nonsense.
Yes.
But I actually kind of like that, because I think with people like that, you know where you stand, and they really aren't full of crap. No. Like he does not care. He's coming in hot, and he said he's going to speed up the pace and buckle up.
I believe the quote was, what was it? The speed at which we are going to prove may make people uncomfortable.
Yeah, and
oh
so
boy!
I think
let's go, Tommy.
I think the theme.
I love it.
The theme throughout the whole thing for me was he is not an NBA guy.
No.
He is not a Portland guy.
No.
He is a business guy, and you were talking about this yesterday. This is about ROI.
Yes.
And he sees an opportunity, saw an opportunity to wrangle some money together and buy low in a market that needs a new arena, or at least a refurbished arena, which they're working on, and a build-up of the area around that arena.
Yep.
And they asked him about that, and he said, well, that's my hobby. That's very interesting to me. Dude, read between the lines. Yeah. That's where the money is. He knows that. It is not about anything other than ROI. Yeah. And as long as I don't know, for those who don't know what ROI is, return on investment.
There you go.
I just mean he's not, he's a business guy.
Yep.
And he came across that way, and I don't think we'll be seeing a lot of him here.
Nope.
And when you do see a lot of him here, I think he's going to be very honest and just that way. I feel like he's one way.
Yeah.
And I did think it was kind of authentic. First sign of that is that was pretty much off the cuff. He wasn't nervous and stumbling. He just was talking, and I love that. I think that's great. And
he didn't try to win a press conference or win people over. I just think
exactly. And by doing that, I think you do win people over, because he said something that I loved. He said, I care more about my character than my reputation.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that, because people, especially when you're a billionaire, and he's been raked over the coals about the predatory lending thing, and he's been in the news for some negative stuff too, but he's also built a billion-dollar entity. Okay, so you're always going to have people, when you get to that level, you're always going to have people try to tear you down.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about any of that. He cares about character, and it sounds like he's not full of crap. It sounds like there are people that know him, people he's been in Carolina. He operates one way, and he said the way he's going to operate. I would imagine you can take him at his word for that, and that's what it's going to be. If you want more than that, you may be disappointed, but that's who he is, and I just think it's great that he just came right in and laid that out, and it's pretty clear how this is going to go.
Standard. There will be a high standard. They will make people uncomfortable, and you will rise to the standard or you will be gone. I also loved, and I mean loved, two parts. One Dundon and one my Panda guy. I love when they asked the Panda Express guy how he got involved, and he basically said, I don't know, I like Yang Hansen, and NBA's big in China. So, I got a bunch of money. Here it is. Freaking love it.
He's on the team for life.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Lifetime contract.
Yes, lifetime.
Did they get Hansen because of this guy's money?
Well, Mike Schmitz, who's the guy that just got suspended, to be fair, he has loved Young Hansen for years.
Probably not.
I don't know if that's the only reason, but maybe. But maybe. I'll tell you what. Panda and old Andrew, what's Chung? He's not here without the big tariff. And I'll tell you right now, the big tariff he could be the worst player in the NBA and there will be an extension. I've never heard someone ask the question, why did you get into this to buy an NBA team? And their response was, we're Chinese. Chinese likes the NBA, and more importantly, they've got a Chinese player.
Doesn't that
phenomenal
go back to the theme of it's a business?
It's
deal.
a business. Yes.
It's a business deal for these guys.
Yes.
And by the way, Chung, he said he doesn't live here. I looked it up. He lives outside of LA.
Yeah.
So the only guy that lives here is Shield Tile. Now he talks about Portland like he's a Portlander. He's only been here 2 years.
But his wife.
Well, his wife is the head of I think it's the Oregon. She's a doctor of some sort. We talked about her when she.
Yeah, she's the head of something.
But they came from. I think they came from maybe the Bay Area. So he's only been here 2 years. But it sounds like he really loves the city.
Does that put at ease that Portland's staying in Portland?
Look,
I think it does.
Because I took it that way. I'm like, okay, good. They got someone that's going to say, we're staying in Portland.
Again, Bill Oram. Sometimes columnists have a job to do, but honestly, that column about
you have a responsibility to your audience to be more responsible.
It scared a lot of people.
That column that he wrote about, I'm really scared the team's going to leave, and I just have this thinking, based on nothing, by the way, was complete fear-mongering, and I hated it.
Yeah.
I absolutely hated it because you and I have been doing this a long time, dude. We've been on here for over 2 decades. Well, for about 2 decades. Yeah. And this subject has always come up. It came up with Paul Allen. Oh, he's a Seattle guy. He's going to move the team. We've always kind of tamped that down. Yeah. And you never say never, but I just think we get way too worried about that here. And honestly, I wasn't worried about that before the press conference. And I don't know what else you want them to say about the team moving than what they said. They're not working on that.
The only way the team moves is if the money falls apart and it's not a publicly financed renovation. Everything we've heard, they do not have the cash, nor will they spend it to renovate. They're not putting $1 billion into that building after spending $4 billion. That is not, anyone can afford to buy that. A group of people got together. It's an investment. They're not dumping. They don't have the money to renovate around the arena too. So as long as the money goes through, everything they have said is we're focused on that. We're focused on getting the money through, renovation, not building a new building. So as long as that goes through, I think he's even talked about a 20-year commitment. The team's not going anywhere unless that money falls through. Yeah. By the way, Shield Tile's wife is the director of the Oregon Health Authority.
Yeah, okay, OHA. So she's a doctor.
Yes, she is a doctor.
And they moved here when she got hired for that gig.
Yes. Yeah, so she's been here. It looks like they've been here for about 3 to 4 years.
Right, so he talks about, and look, that's great. He loves the city.
Yes.
That's fantastic, and you're right. It sounds like he's probably going to be the local guy that...
He's going to be the nice guy.
He probably softens things.
Yes.
Softens things from Tom Dundon to Portlanders. I mean, look, mega wealthy outsiders in Portland are are always met with such skepticism here. And that is not the case in a lot of other markets. In a lot of other cities, they're assets. They're people that help you. They're embraced, and they're people that help you move your city forward. And in this particular time, I really think Portland needs to get over this whole skepticism. These are guys that are coming in to help Portland. Yeah. And some of it's the Blazers, but a lot of it is the arena and the area around the arena. And you heard Shield Tile talking about, hey, I'm a big money guy in town. Yep. I've brought in some other big money guys. Let's get Portland back on its feet.
Yes.
And that's what Portland needs. So we need to stop, to me, with the skepticism about guys like this and always worried about, they're going to stab us in the back or we can't pay for this. Just let them help Portland. That I feel
Give them a chance.
I feel like that's what Shield Tile is bringing to the table. And I think Tom Dundon is too. It's just that Tom's a little bit more. He's
Tom's got some edges.
Well, he's just not going to. It's not going to be as articulate from him. So I think yes, Shield Tile is probably going to be the heart of Tom Dundon. He's going to be the guy that'll soften what Tom Dundon is trying to do and say to Portlanders because he seems really authentic too. Hell, he was up there crying.
Yeah. By the way, my favorite part was why the Churns are involved, and my second, the difference between the NHL and the NBA. And Tom Dundon, I put this. It's kind of hard to get through to NBA guys, and they don't always play hard.
NHL guys try.
Oh, I love it.
NBA guys don't.
That was the whole
Which,
point.
by the way, true.
True.
All true.
Yes. No one has watched an NHL game and was like, you know what? Those guys don't seem to be playing hard.
Those guys don't care.
There's not a real problem with load management in the NHL. I love that he addressed that in...
So he hates the arena.
Yes.
No. He kind of gave a good little arena.
Well, he said it was a pretty neat building.
It's a good little arena, but we need work.
It's a dump.
Work.
It's
good
terrible.
Little arena.
How on earth does he walk around there going, good little arena? It's not. And he knows it. He hates the arena. He hates the NBA, or at least has been warned about the NBA. And he hates the Portland food scene. Well, he doesn't hate the Portland food scene, but he doesn't think it's the best in the country.
He's not going to live here.
This guy's great.
Dude, I'm out. I think this is fantastic.
All business, this guy.
I just like that he's coming in throwing high heat, and I'm here for it. It's going to make people uncomfortable. And if anything, this organization and this city, after the last however many years, needs someone to make them uncomfortable. They just do. And I think Tom's going to be that guy. I welcome our new business daddy overlord. Let's go.
Let's come back and take some of your comments. They're coming in on the text line 503-864-6326. As Tom Dundon's press conference here live on the Fan earlier this hour. Let's go now to Stephen with Sports Center.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Raiders and Kirk Cousins have agreed to a contract that will bring Cousins to Las Vegas. It's a big deal, but essentially it's a one-year deal that's fully guaranteed for $20 million. It then contains a club option for 2 years at $80 million, but that doesn't seem very likely. But this will be the 11th straight NFL season that Kirk Cousins' contract will be fully guaranteed. It is a good day to be Kirk Cousins and his agent. Former Bills and Patriots cornerback Stephon Gilmore has announced his retirement from the NFL. Gilmore is a great player, two-time All-Pro, and 2019 NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Phil Mickelson announced today that he will not be playing at the Masters next week. He said his family is navigating a personal health matter, and he will be out an extended period of time. Michigan starting point guard Elliot Cadeau rejoined his teammates today for the Final Four and said today that his allergic reaction that he had yesterday that required hospitalization was due to an accidental exposure to nuts that he touched and that he ate, and he had to go to the hospital because of it. Arizona coach Tommy Lloyd was asked about the open North Carolina job today at his press conference. He said, quote, "I'm a simple guy. I'm kind of just one thing at a time. I'm not a multitasker, so I'm 100% locked in on Arizona basketball right now." Arizona takes on Michigan, where Michigan is a 1.5-point favorite on Saturday. As the guys were just talking about, new Blazer owner Tom Dundon spoke at a press conference today being introduced, said a lot of interesting things. You can keep it locked in on the Fan all day today for reactions to that press conference. And the Trailblazers are in action on the court tonight, taking on the Pelicans. Portland a half game back of the Clippers for that 8th seed. Clippers take on the Spurs while the Blazers take on the Pelicans. Portland a 6.5-point favorite. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
right, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, we have had our first Dundoning, the Tom Dundon press conference. We played it live, carried about, it was about 20, 25 minutes.
I think we only missed about 2 or 3 questions at the end.
Try it again,
like
please.
they were wrapping it up.
Yeah, so it was good. I enjoyed it. A lot of good little nuggies in there.
Yeah.
Let me read some text here. This is just a little smattering of the text line.
Little something.
Little something. Somebody asked, any idea what the big splash deal was that Joe had that Tom referred to?
Yeah, it was interesting. They said, Dundon was asked, and he said at the deadline, there was, play the clip.
Joe had a deal that he looked at the trade deadline that I was aware of that would have been what you described as a big splash. And if that opportunity exists, I'm probably more aggressive than most.
Basically, if Tom Dundon was the owner, that deal would have gone down, or at least they would have made the attempt. I assume that deal is Giannis.
Like, what would have stopped that from happening?
Well, he wasn't the owner.
So Jody or Bert?
Jody or Bert.
Well, why would they?
Well,
making a lot of assumptions.
Well, he's not the owner. Or it was a case of Cronin didn't really, Tom was aware of it, but it wasn't something that he was directly involved with, and Cronin didn't necessarily push for it because the other side, like, Dundon was aware of things, there was conversations, but he wasn't in charge.
Right.
Like, they hadn't even finished the anything.
Because that clip makes it seem like Dundon wanted to do that deal. Like, let's get this. Because later on, he goes on to say, if we have a star, we can win.
Yes. And the only.
And that is.
And really,
the NBA is true.
The only one that was being kicked around. Now, this could be something that no one else heard of, right? I don't know, this could have been James Harden, I guess. But the only real big names that were being bantied about were James Harden, who did get moved, and Giannis, that did not get moved. So you can take that for what it's worth. There may have been another one that we don't know, but I just thought it was interesting that, there is what do you say? I'm going to be more aggressive than most, and a direct quote, if we have a star, we can win. And what did he also say? The speed at which I am going to operate may make some people uncomfortable. I think, boys, the days of collecting assets and future draft picks and the slow build, I think those days maybe
no more cash considerations.
I don't think that outside of the big tariff, because he ain't going anywhere. We've already established that dude's going to be a building block. Outside of that, he even said, like, if we trade someone or whatever, people may get angry. Whatever, he doesn't care. You have an aggressive owner, and I think he will live up to that reputation.
Text line says, Blazers, move over BTJ, your lady.
Yeah, it's no longer big-time
It's
Japanese.
now big-time Chinese.
Yeah. Look.
Let's go.
All I know
China.
is when that Moda Center gets renovated, the Panda Express is going to be in that bad boy. Sign me up. Free orange chicken. Still my favorite part of this whole press conference was, how did you get involved? I don't know.
Kind of like the Chinese guy?
Yeah, they got a Chinese guy. The NBA's big in China. I got some bucks, so yeah.
I don't know.
That goes back to it's a business investment. That guy doesn't give 2 S's other than the big tariff and make some good return. Every franchise in sports that gets bought gets sold years down the line for a ridiculous amount. So why not get in on maybe the last affordable NBA franchise? I know this sounds crazy because it's $4 billion. You don't even have a building. But it's $4 billion. It sounds like you're going to get a new-ish building because the city and state are going to come up with a couple $100 million bucks, and realize that the expansion teams in Vegas and Seattle are going to be bid somewhere in the neighborhood of $7 to $10 billion, which will be the new price going forward. You will never have an opportunity to buy into the NBA at $4 billion again. So when someone asks why you do it, because it's the only time that someone like this is going to be able to get in, because the prices are about to skyrocket.
Another text says, the Blazers seem to be very into the Chinese influence. Scheming to get Hansen and the Chinese businessman as part owner scares me.
What? No, BTC, man. Let's go.
BTC.
Wait till BTJ finds out that there's BTC. She's not going to be happy about this.
Yeah, maybe she can go buy a team, a rival team. Maybe she jumps into the WNBA.
Can I get the BTJ's dad involved live from Nagoya, Japan? Get a little rivalry going?
A lot of people texting in that they liked him.
I did.
Dundon. This one says, I actually like Dundon. The franchise and the city both need a kick in the ass. Another one says, I love this FU energy. I was saying this earlier on the firm. I kind of want the FU guy. And here's another one says, I think he is results-based. Are you getting results? Then you're okay. If you're not, you're gone. Or change happens. Change will keep happening until we win.
And then we got someone that said he didn't love it. He wanted more rah-rah. I felt like a guy coming in into a woe is me franchise. He was hoping that he would get a little more of the, feel good sort of thing. So there's going to be two sides of this. You either going to be the skeptical of the outsider, and you don't love that there's not a real local kind of heartwarming win over the fan base.
Phil Knight?
Yeah. There's going to be people that are always going to be skeptical of that because they are outsiders. Even Shield Tile is an outsider. Versus the people that want real radical change. Remember, change is the scariest thing in the world. It's why people stay in crappy jobs. It's why people stay in unhappy marriages. There's nothing scarier than change. And this sure feels like a massive, maybe the biggest change in 35 years of Blazer. Like when did Allen buy the team?
1988.
88?
I think.
This has to be the biggest change since then. And
his death was a big one.
That's true. Yeah. And this is gonna be scary for a lot of people.
Do we know if Danny was wearing cargo shorts at this event?
I can only hope his hat was on backwards.
Good question. But he did get a question in there.
They did not pan. The camera did not pan to him.
No.
I was watching. It did not pan to him, so I have no idea.
So as far as keeping the team here, Clay Bennett said, this is a text, Clay Bennett said the same thing in Seattle. The Blazers aren't moving, but Clay said the same thing.
Okay, first off, two things. Clay Bennett made no attempt to keep the team there. It was an unserious offer. He gave Seattle an ultimatum and basically said, you will bend over and give me everything that I want at a ridiculous amount or I'm gone. Tom Dundon, everything we have heard, nothing of that lines up. That they are seemingly putting a good faith argument forward to renovate the building. And we haven't seen one thing that leads us to believe, or anyone to believe, that renovation won't get done. He's not asking for a new building. He's not asking for $1.5 billion. He's everything, even in his words, he didn't talk about a new building. He talked about a renovated building. So I just think at some point you do have to put some sort of faith that everything they're saying is true, or at least an honest hand being extended. Where Clay Bennett, that was crooked from day one.
The other thing too is Howard Schultz. He didn't do his part to help solidify the team staying, and Portland is trying to do their part to help solidify the team staying.
Yes,
late, but they're coming to the table.
Yeah.
Here's a text that I like, and I tend to agree with. One says, "Loved what I heard. Portland fans have far too long tolerated mediocrity. If we don't have a legit chance at a title, what are we doing? Sounds to me that if he ever feels that way, he won't hesitate tearing it down to the studs and restarting. That's exactly how it should be. I, for one, welcome our new Blazer overlords."
It's what you guys talked about yesterday. If they win, this is going to work great.
Yeah.
People are going to love Tom Dundon. They're going to love his attitude. If it doesn't win and they start losing, how do we feel about it? Because I'm with you guys. On the court, what he's saying, we need to win, we need to make changes, we need to do all, that's great. We need to start. But you know what? If it doesn't work and you have this type of attitude, that's when fans may turn against you. But I'm with you. I think he was great today. I think he won the press conference in my mind because he's like, look, I'm all about winning. I want to win games, and that's all I want as a Blazer fan.
Well, I also kind of like that he's not sucking up.
Yeah.
That he's not pretending to be someone he's not. Like, you can clearly tell he's not going to spend much time here.
When Quick asked him, do you want to be liked, he had to think of an excuse to say, I don't care.
And I love that. Heart on sleeve.
Yeah.
You know what he is.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. The guy's just going to try to win you a title. That's all it's all the guy wants to do. And make a bunch of money.
He wants to make a bunch of money, and he wants to win. I don't see anything wrong with either one of those, because by making a bunch of money, the building will get better opportunity, better game day environment. What do you even talk about? The speed at which you get into the building, the food options that you have, the entertainment, and listening to people down in Raleigh, he has done a great job with that. And the NBA and NHL are similar products in that it's not baseball, right? You can't just go out on a 65, 75 degree day. You have to get people in the building. He's done a really nice job down in Carolina. And so when he talks about those things, by him making money, you will get a better experience. And you have a guy that cares so much about winning, he can't go to games because he hates losing. I don't see the downside to either one of those things, other than you may not get the warm, fuzzy guy. But we haven't had a warm, fuzzy guy.
Right.
Paul Allen wasn't that way.
Oh, but Jody.
Yeah, right?
No.
We heard we heard more from Tom Dundon right there.
Neil O'Shea.
Yeah.
No.
You know?
Who is the last warm and fuzzy guy we've had?
Jeebus.
Cronin seems like a bit of a teddy bear, but he doesn't talk much.
He doesn't talk much. Pritchard.
Chauncey?
Yeah, KP was good.
KP was a good guy.
Chauncey the criminal? The hell?
I also like that. I don't know what about that. KP was a kiss.
He's nice.
KP.
Rich Joe.
Yeah, no. Pritchard was great. Pritchard was out at golf tournaments. He was a
good dude.
Pritchard was a personable.
Well, he's a rock chalker.
He was a rock chalker.
Come on, man. And then I wanted to read this one, then we'll move on. So all they care about is ROI, but there shouldn't be any skepticism. I'm fine with an ROI-only guy, but can we relax on the preaching to Portlanders about skepticism of outsiders? God, that's off-putting when you preach like that. Well, maybe it's off-putting because you need to hear it.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm sorry that it's off-putting, but, dude.
I know you want a billionaire or a guy that can lead that's born and raised in Portland, but I don't know if you know a lot about this city.
You guys live in a dream world.
We don't have a lot of those guys.
Jesus.
We have one of them, and he's like 90 years old.
Well, he did make an offer for the team.
Yeah, $2 billion.
Yeah. Well, he made an offer.
Cheap.
Well,
cheapo.
He made it one at $2, and they were like, yeah, no. And to be fair to Jody, she was right to laugh at him at $2 because they got a couple years later they got over $4. So,
but I mean, keep shunning business at your own peril.
Yeah,
look around.
Yeah,
you need guys like this.
Yes,
and it's not like you said, it's not going to be perfect.
No,
they're not going to come in singing "Kumbaya" just to make you happy. It's a business. Jesus, it's important, and it's also what makes the world go round, and it's also what's going to help your city revive.
Yeah.
So. Meet it with skepticism. That I get that.
Sure.
I get it.
But
there are too many people who have been screwed over. But you can't go straight there. Just stop. Yeah. That does nobody any good by going straight to that.
If the pretty girl at the bar wants to talk to you, and your first reaction is, well, she's probably a bitch and just wants something from me because why would a pretty girl talk to me?
Right. You're never getting a pretty girl.
You're never getting a pretty girl, man. And I get it. You've been burned before, but dude, sometimes you gotta take a leap of faith and buy her a drink or let her buy you a drink.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Slip something in her drink. I mean, what?
Whoa. You mean an umbrella. You mean an umbrella.
Start them at age 8 and groom them.
A nice umbrella. Make her a colada.
All right. Listen, the Final Four is on Saturday. Can we get
about
this Tom Dundon guy off our plate?
Can we talk about my UConn women? I got some bets I got to make.
Are they? Wait. That's not tonight.
No, they're in the Final Four.
When do they play? Friday?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we can talk about that. I don't know. We've got Tiger Woods news again.
Boy, that video is nuts. And the biggest development of it all. You haven't watched it?
I didn't watch it.
You should watch it.
I don't want to see.
Did you see the phone call, though?
I don't want to see broken Tiger.
Did you see the phone call?
No, I just told you I didn't see any of it.
The phone call is the best part.
I didn't see any of it.
You know who he called? He had one phone call. Remember, he was on the phone?
Are you raising your voice at me?
He called Kevin Kisner.
No.
Elon.
Who's the one guy? The top.
Oh, he called Don? Yeah. He called the POTUS?
Called the POTUS.
Oh, dear.
Rolled his car all pilled out. And when the cops told him, you got to come over here because he was leaning on the fire hydrant, he was on the phone with Donald.
He just
calls him.
He got him on the line there?
Yeah, and he couldn't get him out of it.
Dude, he's getting out of this, Dewey.
100%.
I'm really rich.
His one call and you call the chief?
Wow.
Dude, that is big balls Iron McGinty, Tiger.
That's what I did.
I love cows.
Just didn't work out the same way.
He didn't pick up.
All right, we'll be right back on The Fan.
Are we not? We got a little.
Yeah, we are.
We got a little discombobulated.
We
there.
got Dundon.
We got Dundon.
We were Dundon.
We were We didn't even prattle. We just got Dundon. Damn.
I want to prattle.
You think Dundon could get us on the clock? You think we'd get Dundon enough where?
No, but I have big clock news.
What?
I can't announce it yet, but we have big clock news. I was talking about it with our boss before the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it involve prattling? Or?
There's some stuff going down.
Oh my God.
Steven knows.
Huge news.
Huge news.
Boy, I love clock news.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Get
but
a life,
anyway,
bro. I'm only invited to the important meetings.
Well, you weren't in yet. You would have been in it if you had been here, but you're never here. So. You're an absentee dad.
I was doing other things.
You leave us gifts, and then just go away for a year.
Yeah, you get a Nerf football and like a crisp $10 bill. I was out making relations. I got to mend fences now with the BTC. I'm going to bring BTJ in with the BTC and try to, form that Asian connection and get me some free orange chicken in the process. I'm not kidding. I'm going to be pissed if the 100-point deal is not an orange chicken, like a free side of orange chicken.
Because the Blazers have the worst one that I've ever heard of.
Hands down. It's terrible.
The worst one what?
If they get 100 points, you get a free breakfast sandwich at McDonald's, but only
If you spend $2.
It's $3.
Is it $3?
What
I think it's
happened
$3.
to the chalupa?
Well, that's gone.
When did that go away?
Years.
Thanks a lot, Jody.
Yeah. And by the way, they only offer one. Like it's not any breakfast sandwich you want. It's one specific.
Yeah.
It's a sausage McMuffin. I don't get a McGriddle. No. Hello. And I got to buy the hash brown. Get out of here.
It is trash.
For $3? No. We want orange chicken.
Or we riot.
What if you don't get? Yeah. So you guys gonna riot?
We're gonna riot. I'll tell you what. If we get Dundon or Shield Tile on this program before that interview ends, I will bring up. So can we expect the 100-point play to now be free orange chicken? Because quite frankly, this McDonald's BS ain't cutting it. We're talking about elevating, right? We're talking about change and forcing people to be uncomfortable.
How fast we can get there?
How fast can we get the orange chicken in the building?
You guys ask the important questions.
Get down to what matters.
They say you're wrong. It's $2.
Is it 2?
Yeah. Idiot.
I thought it was 3. Either way, it's not free.
Well, yeah, it's not free. You have to pay money.
All I know is this: the Winterhawks, they're free.
You guys got a case of the supposeds.
I do have
the team scores 100 points and you want free crap?
Yeah, I do. Because here's the thing:
you want free orange chicken?
The Winterhawks, when they hit their goal total, you get a free, not buy one get one, not certain. You get a free Chick-fil-A sandwich. How is it that the Portland Winterhawks, a junior hockey team, have a better food promotion than the Portland Trailblazers? I want Dundon. I should have been at that press conference. That would have been my question. You want to talk about getting better? You're getting outdone by the GD Portland Winterhawks. Ridiculous.
And other teams have it where if the team misses 2 straight free throws in the second half, you get free Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, what do we
get paid McDonald's. We
paid
have to pay
McDonald's.
Money.
What if they raise ticket prices by 20% and then offer you free orange chicken if they score 100?
At least it's something. I'm assuming ticket prices are going to get raised. Hey, man, got to make up that $4 billion.
Yeah, Zook, you said you got to try to blend that connection between the BTC and the BTJ.
Yeah.
This texter says, I think that's called Asian fusion.
Bingo. Bring them together.
God. All right, let's get out of here and get back on track. I think we're officially back. If we get some Tiger talk in next, then I think we're officially.
I think we're back.
Regularly scheduled programming
I can't believe you didn't watch the video.
Has commenced.
Dude,
I don't want to see Tiger.
It's something else.
I don't want to see bad Tiger.
That in the back seat, falling asleep with the blanket over his head.
The Art But Make It Sports Twitter account was great today on Tiger.
He looks like what did the Virgin Mary? In the back.
No, it looks exactly.
Boy,
like
it's something else. Yeah. That meme will never die.
We'll be right back here on 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Las Vegas Raiders. They are signing quarterback Kirk Cousins. Now, it's a big deal, but in reality, it's going to be a one-year deal, fully guaranteed for $20 million, has some club options and things like that, but Kirk Cousins will be in Vegas as a quarterback, maybe potentially starting quarterback first couple weeks instead of Fernando Mendoza, but this will be Cousins' 11th straight season with a fully guaranteed contract. So congratulations to Kirk Cousins and his agent. Former Bills and Patriots cornerback Stephon Gilmore, he has announced his retirement from the league. Gilmore, a two-time All-Pro and 2019 NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Phil Mickelson said he will not be playing at the Masters next week, said his family is navigating a personal health matter, and he will be out for an extended period of time. Michigan starting point guard Elliot Cadeau rejoined his teammates today for the Final Four. He said today that his allergic reaction that required him to head to the hospital yesterday was due to an accidental exposure to nuts. So take that for what it is. Arizona coach Tommy Lloyd, he was asked about the open North Carolina job today at his press conference for the Final Four. He said, quote, "I'm a simple guy. I'm kind of just a one thing at a time. I'm not a multitasker, so I'm 100% locked in on Arizona basketball right now," end quote. Arizona takes on Michigan, where Michigan's a 1.5 point favorite on Saturday. Trailblazers' new owner, Tom Dundon, spoke at a press conference today. He was introduced to everybody in the media. We keep it locked in on this show on Primetime to hear their reactions to what Tom Dundon had to say. Trailblazers host the Pelicans tonight on the court. Portland, half game back of the Clippers for that 8th seed in the Western Conference, but the Blazers are a 6.5 point favorite today, while the Clippers take on the Spurs later on tonight. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of dirt and spray. Weekday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. Primetime with Isaac and Suk.
12 cats live across the road. Our door's open. Screen's broke. I turn and look. There's a little kitty cat in our kitchen. So I said, "What are you doing in here, little kitty cat?"
Isaac Robb.
Cat starts going, meow, all crazy. We need more dogs.
Jason Sukanik.
Try to let it out the front door. Meow, meow. The cat's still going crazy in there.
This is Primetime on the Fan Sports Network.
We don't need a bunch of cats in here. Looking in the mirror. Be a dog.
105.1 and 1080.
We don't need no meows. We don't need no cats. We need more dogs.
The Fan.
All right. Nice to have you along. We're running behind because right off the top of the show, we did play the Tom Dundon press conference.
We got Dundon.
Yeah, and it was entertaining. We had some comments on it. So if you missed any of that, you can go back and check out our podcast. I believe the press conference audio is on there, and then our commentary, and then we took some texts from you. So we're going to move on to some other cool stuff.
Spent the whole first hour on it.
Because there's other cool stuff. Like the NIT semifinals are underway, dude. And it took us about, pretty much the entire break to figure out where the hell they were playing. Because they used to play in New York.
Yeah, it was in Madison Square Garden. It is no longer.
No, they've moved it to, so now they're in Indy, where the Final Four actually is. And they're playing it at Hinkle Fieldhouse, where Butler plays.
And more importantly, the CBC also a couple games tonight.
Yeah, the college basketball crown. Yeah. Let's go.
I tried getting Rob to watch some Red Wings Flyers hockey, and he outright refused.
Well, now that we're done with the Whibbit, I mean, we got to move on to the crown.
Yeah, how do you feel the day after the
It's tough.
The big loss?
It's tough. You know,
taking it hard.
Being the 1 seed in the Wibby and then getting dominated by a bunch of smart kids from Columbia, it hurt. In hindsight, it was not a good idea for us to roll out 5 white girls. It's probably not our best effort, but
bad matchup.
It is BYU. What are you going to do?
Hey, Tiger Woods. So I don't know why they keep doing this. Are they just doing this because the media is asking?
Well,
releasing stuff?
All that stuff is public information, and so you eventually get it. And so I think the police just know, like, they're putting it out because you're going to get it eventually. So you can request any of that stuff.
No, I know you can, but I just didn't know if they were kind of trying to screw him over by just throwing everything out. So today the police put out the body cam footage of Tiger, and I don't know what's all in there. I think it's his field sobriety test.
Field sobriety test, when they're talking to him, they come over to him when he's originally on a knee. Basically, it's when the cops first show up, he's on a knee, and then he wanders off for a while, and they have to call him back over to kind of evaluate him. And he's on the phone. Turns out he's talking to the president, which is the most interesting part of that whole thing, he just casually drops the, oh, yeah, I was just talking to the president. The cops don't care. But clearly
so
that's...
he told them that?
Yes.
God, what a douche.
Look, you're hooped, so you're kind of like, oh, by the way.
Well, I got to tell you, I get the sense he does not think he should have a DUI.
Yeah.
You really get the feeling here, and he's pled not guilty.
Yeah.
And now this whole thing about going out of the country, you really get the feeling he feels like he got screwed on this one.
Yeah. So when they tell him that he's under arrest, he genuinely seems shocked.
Surprised. Yeah, right.
But
yeah.
And
that's what I mean, I didn't see it, but that's what the headline said.
Yeah, and they're doing the field sobriety test, and he's having a hard time keeping his eyes open. He can't keep his head still. But when he goes in the back of the cruiser, and so they pull out. By the way, he's a Zen guy too. He's got some focus patches, so he's a Zen bro. They do pull out a couple of the pills where he's like, oh yeah, those are Norcos. So he's got some pain pills in his pocket. And when they put him in the back of the cruiser, my man cannot keep it together. He's nodding off. He's falling asleep. He is out. So there, it's not like there's like, hey, I wonder if he was on something. My man was pilling heavy. He claimed that, and he says in there that he was just looking at his phone and playing with the stereo. But the cop immediately knows that he's full of it, and at no point is the cop questioning what's going on. They know from the get go.
All right. Well, you can go watch it if you want.
It's
an Odyssey station.
I still think he was messing with the Odyssey app.
The memes of him in the backseat of the patrol car, because they put like a blanket over him because he's kind of shaking, and there's a couple of them where the blanket's over his head and he kind of looks like a nun, like a Mother Teresa, Mary sort of thing. It's some of those are going to live in infamy. They will never go away.
Well, I hope he gets some help.
Yeah. Well, he's going out of the country.
Yeah, right.
And by the way, if anyone can beat a pilled out DUI, it's Tiger Woods and the president.
Yeah.
Can the president just pardon you from a DUI?
I don't know. But it does certainly feel like, look, enough stuff's been out there already.
Yeah.
About him being a little defiant on this one.
Yeah.
I think the first one seems like, I didn't see this video, but the first one seems like he was housed.
Yeah.
He was like sleeping on the side of the road.
Well, he's sleeping in the back seat of the police car.
Yeah, but again, I don't think this one, to him,
yeah,
I feel like maybe there's some defiance on this one.
If they show you a video of you after getting arrested and you fall asleep in the back of the car, isn't that you're like, well, all right.
Well, just take a little nap.
By the way,
he knows
his
he's got
hair,
a long day ahead of him.
Boy, it's rough.
Well, it's always been rough.
Yeah, but it's I can't help it. The back of the police car. It shouldn't be funny, and yet it is because he is
that's
so
what
defiant.
I don't love it. I don't love any of it.
No.
I just want Tiger to. I don't know what I want from Tiger. Tiger leaves me confused.
I don't know. There's just something about the guy that's like, what are you talking about? I'm fine. What? Like just the passing out while you're.
Well, look, we all know he was pilled up. I mean, come on. We all know what happened. He's got a major issue. It's just like, hopefully he fixes it. Now, we did learn today that Phil Mickelson is not going to be at the Masters.
Yeah, Phil's got some sort of family health thing.
So he's got something going on. So this will be the first time since, you care to guess, we will have a Masters without Tiger or Phil?
Boy.
Because Tiger's missed a few.
Was that a COVID sort of situation? Live, did when that whole thing went down? Tiger rolled and Phil was at Live?
There's been one or the other of them for quite a while.
Really?
But yeah.
Yeah,
I'm saying the last Masters
that we didn't have
either of them.
I don't know. That's got to be a while.
1994.
Huh. Okay.
Scotty Scheffler was -2 years old. So it's going to be weird.
Yeah.
No lefty.
Yeah. And Phil didn't say what. He just said he had a family, because we don't know if it's him or if it's a member of his family, right? He just.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Phil. Nor do I care. It's not like he's like he was a 2-day. That's the thing about him.
True,
They're both playing Thursday and Friday and going home.
Valid.
Although a couple years ago, Phil top 5'd, I think, out of nowhere, didn't he, at the Masters?
I don't know if he top 5, but he had a nice.
I think
showing.
he might have T2'd.
Did he?
Yes,
top
dude,
2.
He had a one good finish.
Yeah, and it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
He's out for an extended period of time as my family continues to navigate a personal health matter.
Okay.
What was he doing? I remember him having like a big day, but I don't remember him being.
We had a big
top 2.
tournament. He's just always played pretty well there.
Yeah.
All right, there's your hot golf talk. Go watch the Tiger, body cam footage if you wish.
Yeah, I know. You probably shouldn't.
Whatever.
It's not good.
It's over.
It's just...
I'm more curious about where the hell he's going. And if he's going for rehab or if he's going to, I don't know, get more chicks without TMZ up his ass.
No.
Well, you're right.
Is he second?
2023.
To Scotty?
He went 8 under, and he finished tied for second.
To Scotty?
That I don't know.
Who won?
I don't know. I looked up his best finishes.
23. That's probably Scotty.
Didn't John Rahm win one?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Rahm. Yeah.
Rahm?
Yep. John Rahm.
I'm trying to forget about that. He was that
Look
close
at your
to having one more kind of
2 live guys.
Yeah.
Taking over.
Because what was the one that was it the PGA that he won when he was older? That was kind of the
Yeah. That he won that one at Kiwa.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yes.
He beat Brooks Koepka.
Because I do like when the old timers and God, you're 60, but when a guy who's clearly past his prime shoves the sun up into the sky one more time, that's awesome. Regardless of who it is, I always think that's really cool.
He was almost 51.
Yeah.
And that was in 2021.
Very cool.
He won that. All right. Enough golf talk.
That wasn't really golf talk. That was more pill talk. And I'm just kind of jealous that you can call, I can't call, I'm trying to think of who the best person I could call, when I got arrested.
It's not Trump.
It's not Trump. I don't have John Kroger's number anymore.
I think for me, it's one of you guys. That's pretty scary.
Oh, that's bad.
I know cops. Could I do, is that
what are they going to do?
Well, I don't know. Can we do a little, I got buddies.
A little switcheroo there.
Can I, do you know this officer by any
That's a big
chance?
deal. Thank you very much.
And call the green tea Chinese guys. You try to be like, do you like orange chicken? And we'll make this go away. I can probably hook you up with some sweet crispy duck. It's like one of the few phone numbers I know.
It's amazing the way I don't hear any applause for that.
All right, coming up next, let's start. You want to start some Final Four talk? The Final Four, man. It's going to be good.
One team's about to lose their coach. he gone.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Next on The Fan. All right, we've got some Final Four talk to get to. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day, so we might get to some of it today. Yes, Tommy Lloyd, Arizona coach. Most likely the next head coach at North Carolina?
Yeah, well, do you have the clip? Do you have his, or were you just reading the quote, Stephen?
I was just reading the quote.
Oh, you're just reading the quote. So
he said, quote, I'm a simple guy. I'm kind of just a one thing at a time. I'm not a multitasker, so I'm 100% locked in on Arizona basketball right now, and I'm excited to see what this team can do.
So, I mean, the portal's getting ready to open.
He didn't say no.
We're right around, like, you got to go on this. And North Carolina, there has not been a sniff of a name leaked, nothing. So everyone obviously knows at this point the next North Carolina coach is in the Final Four. And it's not Hurley, and you don't think it's Dusty May, and everyone seems to be circling the guy who just said, well, focused right now on Arizona. Tommy Lloyd, as soon as Arizona is done, will be the next coach at North Carolina.
Well, it makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, his odds are going down. I was just looking at the latest odds. Billy Donovan is still the odds-on favorite, but Tommy Lloyd has moved to plus 175. He is right behind Billy Donovan.
Well, and the thing with Billy Donovan, this would be, you're in no rush. You can shoot for Tommy Lloyd. If you don't get him, Billy Donovan's not going anywhere, but North Carolina has to have a guy here now. Like, it's as soon as this thing is done, and if it was going to be Billy Donovan, it would already be Billy Donovan. It just would be. North Carolina's not sitting around on their thumbs getting ready for the transfer portal and everything and not have a head coach. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, the third guy on the list now, in terms of the odds, is Grant McCaslin, the guy at Texas Tech.
Okay.
So, yeah, I would be shocked if Tommy Lloyd is not the next head coach at North Carolina.
Yes.
And that would be a hell of a hire.
Absolutely. He's done a great job at Arizona.
I think Arizona's going to win it all. But then again, I also thought that some of these SEC schools would give the Big Ten a little more trouble. So maybe I'm underestimating the Big Ten, but Arizona looks awful good. Can you name so Arizona, finally a West Coast team in the Final Four?
Yes.
Doesn't happen very often.
The last West Coast champion is Arizona, 1997, I believe.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we haven't won one since.
So Oregon's been to 2 Final Fours and Gonzaga's been to 2 Final Fours. Can you name, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 schools that have been to more than 2 Final Fours that are out west. Can you name those 6 schools?
Okay, so Oregon.
No.
Well, you said more.
Oregon's been to 2. Gonzaga's been to 2.
Okay.
The 6 schools that have been to 3 Final Fours or more.
Okay, well, Arizona has been.
Yes, this will be their 5th.
Okay. UCLA, obviously.
19.
God, how many championships do they have?
12, I think.
They got 12.
I think.
Well, and they won. I mean, their last one was a long time ago, too. Some people are actually asking the question, like, is UCLA even
They have 11.
Is it really a thing anymore?
Yeah, 95. It was the Tyus ending.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's it.
It has been a while.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 other schools.
4 other schools. I'm trying to think here. Who do we have?
Well, one you should get because they were fun.
They were fun?
Yeah.
They were fun?
Yeah.
Who was fun? Yeah. Well, it's no one.
Think Mob.
Oh, we're considering that West Coast?
Yeah.
Oh, UNLV.
Yep.
I don't know.
They've been to 4.
I don't know why, but I wasn't really thinking.
They don't have to be on the coast.
They're just like
in the West.
We're just thinking in the West. So like that would count like in the Rockies as well, or the desert.
I'll just give you a hint.
Yeah.
There's not a team from the Rockies on this list. But they are out west. One of them is not coastal. The other 2 are.
San Diego State hasn't been more than that, have they?
No.
Okay, so not San Diego State. San Francisco maybe back in the day?
San Francisco. They have 3. There's one other school with 3, and there's a school with 4.
School with 4?
And the school with 4, I was surprised.
It's not going to be UW. It's not going to be Washington State. It's not going to be Oregon State.
Stevie Brackets? You hopping in here?
No, you threw me off. You said no Rockies. I was going to say Utah. Did they make it?
Utah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that counted the Rockies or not.
Yeah, they had
because they had the Bogut
Wait,
run.
They're
Yeah.
not in the Rockies, are they?
No,
Yeah,
but
they're in the Rockies.
aren't they?
Is that the
they're,
Rockies?
they're in the Wasatch. I mean,
Yeah, so that's
All right, sorry.
That's not the Rockies.
they're in the mountains, but
Right,
it's-
that-
Yeah, but it's not the Rockies.
All the
I
mountains
was
are the
thinking
Rockies.
Colorado.
I thought you were using it to describe as a verb, like mountains being rocky. Yeah, they're rocky.
Yeah.
Not the actual Rocky Mountains.
Did you say them Rocky?
Them Rocky.
those are the now the
them mountains be
question.
rocky.
Now the question becomes: do the Wasatch Mountains actually become? Is that part of the Rockies?
If it is,
We need to prove Rob wrong here
yeah, I know you guys are trying. I don't know. Maybe they are,
because
but
they had the Van Horn days and
Yeah.
Doliak.
maybe they are the
They
Rockies.
played for a national title.
Yeah.
They lost to Kentucky, I believe.
You know the other one? There's one other one. Little surprising.
Little surprising. Is it a smaller school?
They are not really a small school. Former Pac-12 school.
UW.
Nope.
It's not
Pac-12
UW.
school.
Yeah,
Cal.
Really? Cal's been?
Yeah, 3 times. They have 3 Final Fours. Last appearance being 1960.
Cal. Boy, I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
going to get that. And by the way,
Stanford's only been to 2.
Google has informed me that yes, the Wasatch Mountains contained part of the Rocky Mountain system.
Well, does that...
Hey, Rob.
I'm going to get... Hold on.
They represent the easternmost edge of the greater Rocky
Look
Mountains.
at Rob. He just got told that he's wrong, but he's going to do his own research and tell me that he's right.
Suk oftentimes likes to corkscrew...
I'm reading directly from...
I know. I'm just getting the
what
right...
am I corkscrewing in?
Well, you oftentimes like to, you weave truths in and out. I'm just making sure you're correct.
I believe you, Jason.
The first word is, and when I Googled Wasatch Mountains, is it the Rockies?
Okay.
Yes, the Wasatch Mountains.
Well, I know, but what I Googled was, is the University of Utah in the Rockies? It says yes.
Hell yeah.
Damn it.
If you've ever been there, it literally sits right like there.
Well, I've never been there.
Oh, no.
I've never been to Utah.
It's the Utah Valley, and the valley is in between, mountains. It's beautiful.
I know there's a lot of mountains. I just didn't think they were the Rockies. But I've flown into Salt Lake is the only thing I've ever done in Utah.
Yeah.
And it was pretty.
Yeah, it is.
But
they have a really nice airport.
Then
too.
I left.
Yeah, I get it. It's getting better from what I hear. Salt Lake's kind of a cool...
I kind of want to go skiing down there. And a lot of people say, what's the one...
Park City?
Way down south, like on the other side of Mesquite.
You think like St. George?
Yeah, maybe St. George. They say there's a lot of great golf down there.
Yes. Southern Utah. And it's what you do is you fly into Vegas.
Yeah.
And you hang out in Vegas
drive
for a
to
day or
Mesquite.
two, and then you drive out to like St. George in that area. And there's a couple really cool national parks down there and some great golf. And there you go.
There you go.
It's a cool place.
Are you happy now, Vaughn?
Very, very. I feel very good about myself.
Oh no.
All right, coming up next. Oh, we're already in the news.
We are.
It's been a busy show. We have a dangerous inmate on the loose.
Yeah, I saw this.
And the top April concerts coming to town.
And all the dangerous inmates, they always look like dangerous inmates. They're right out of Central Casting.
Well, isn't that odd?
Isn't there like one...
What do you want him to look like, a mathematician?
Well, isn't there one guy that you're like, you wouldn't think this guy's going to stab you in the face? They all have to be out of Central Casting? Just once I want to see like you on there and be like, that guy.
Well, we thought that lady that broke out of the police SUV was,
Yeah.
and then we looked and no.
Yeah, that mugshot was right out of...
It made it a lot more sensible. Yeah, I want to see a normal guy or gal break out.
Turns out profiling works. That guy looks like a criminal. Turns out he is.
All right, here's Steven with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Las Vegas Raiders have brought in a new quarterback before drafting Fernando Mendoza, and that's going to be Kirk Cousins. He is signing a long-term deal, but in reality, it's a one-year deal, fully guaranteed for $20 million. This will be Cousins' 11th straight season in the NFL in which his contract will be fully guaranteed. Former Bills and Patriots cornerback Stephon Gilmore has announced his retirement from the league. Gilmore, great player, two-time All-Pro, 2019 NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Phil Mickelson announced today he will not be playing at the Masters next week. He said his family is navigating a personal health matter, and he will be out for an extended period of time. Michigan starting point guard Elliot Cadeau rejoined his teammates today. After yesterday, he had an allergic reaction that required him to head to the hospital Apparently, this was because it was an accidental exposure to nuts that led Cadeau to get to the hospital in that allergic reaction. Arizona coach Tommy Lloyd was asked about the open North Carolina job today at his press conference. He said he's a simple guy and just one thing at a time, not a multitasker. So he's 100% locked in on the Arizona basketball team right now. Arizona takes on Michigan. Michigan, a 1.5-point favorite in that matchup. Trailblazers new owner Tom Dundon spoke at a press conference today, being introduced to the media and the fans. You can go back and download the podcast of the earlier first hour to listen to the press conference and listen to the guys, their reaction to Tom Dundon. And the Trailblazers are on the court tonight taking on the Pelicans from the Moda Center. Portland, a 6.5-point favorite in this one. Blazers a half game behind the Clippers for the 8 seed Clippers. They take on the Spurs. So a big night in basketball for your Northwest Blazers. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Get a life, bro.
All right, welcome back. It is April 2, 2026. It is time now for In the News. I am your noted newsman. I am here again today for you. It is brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Please be seated. Thank you. Today is International Fact-Checking Day, which we just did.
Yeah. You wanted to do your own research.
I did. Online.
Turns out it was the same research I did online.
Well, I phrased my question differently, just to make sure, and I was wrong.
Rob wanted alternative Rocky Mountain facts.
That's right. I don't just listen to Joe Rogan.
No. Own research.
I do my own research. It is also National Burrito Day.
Oh. Is there like some BOGO deals out there with the Chipo Latte or something?
I don't know. You tell me.
I like a good, except I always go breakfast burrito, even if it's at night. The breakfast burrito, in my opinion, the best of all burritos.
I do love a good breakfast burrito.
Shout out to Victor Rico's. A delightful breakfast burrito.
Hey, Jesuit has a new football coach.
Isn't he the same as the old one, basically?
What do you mean?
Isn't he like his kid?
Ken Potter?
Yeah. Isn't this another Potter?
No.
Oh.
Now you got me worried.
I thought I saw that there was some sort of...
No.
Okay.
His name is Phil Rombach. So.
Why did I think... Was there someone else that needed a...
Being a man of increase?
He is a man of increase, Phil. He is a 2002 graduate of Jesuit.
Maybe that's what it was, is that he just played for Potter.
He served as the head coach at St. Michael's Catholic Preparatory School in Austin, Texas, from 2023 to 2025.
Okay.
And he spent 16 seasons coaching in a variety of roles at Linfield. Where as a player, he helped the program win 4 conference titles and a national championship as a team captain.
That was one of those, what is the, Every Man a Loot? Frosty Westenberg, I believe, was the PLU coach.
Sure.
Oh. I went to a PLU camp when I was in high school, and I was kicked out of it, so I had a unglorious end to my camp at PLU.
Did anybody ever think Ken Potter looked like Rush Limbaugh? Did anybody ever say that? Did you ever hear that?
I think you just said it.
Well, I just didn't know if that was a thing. Or if I'm crazy.
Really remember what Ken Potter looked like?
Well, think Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, he looks friendlier.
Okay.
But yeah, I can see that. I can see a little bit.
Yeah, this guy, Phil, young-looking guy.
Yeah. So that's what it was. He was an understudy. He suckled at the power teat of the great Ken Potter.
Well, not just anybody can get that gig.
No, sir.
We have a dangerous inmate on the loose, Jace.
Who looks exactly like you would think a dangerous inmate would look like.
Yeah. I mean, you clean him up a little bit, he might fit right in.
Yeah, but he's not cleaned up.
But he's not cleaned up,
He is
exactly. And that's the dead give.
Yeah, that goatee means he's going to stab someone with a rusty hook.
An inmate who has pending felony charges in Clark County escaped from a Washington hospital Tuesday night.
No good.
According to a release from the county, 45-year-old Joshua Dylan Rice broke out of the Western State Hospital in Lakewood. He has pending charges for first-degree robbery, first-degree assault, and motor vehicle theft. Due to the violent nature of these crimes, he should be considered dangerous. He also has a known criminal history in Multnomah County. Officials note that he may have associates in the Salmon Creek area and potentially in North Bend, Oregon.
How about that?
Anyone who sees him,
keep an eye out.
Excuse me, should call 911.
Looks like he dabbles in some meth. Just kind of has that vibe about him.
Yeah.
Skinny looking white guy, raggedy beard.
Is
goatee.
Western State Hospital just a regular hospital, or is that like one of those?
My guess is because it's state. Like I'm guessing that's
maybe a ward.
That's a ward
of some sort.
That would be
How
my
does
guess.
He escape?
That happens all the time.
Aren't they supposed to have protocols and stuff?
Fortunately, I think that
Guards
happens more than you think. Remember we had the guy down in Portland that said that he was going to smash someone in the head with a rock, and then on his way out the door, he grabbed a rock and smashed someone with.
Well, there was the other guy that he just jumped in the van. Yeah. So they were transporting him?
Yeah, they left the van.
And he just jumped in the van, and they left the keys in it, and he took off.
Well, he was in the van, and they left the keys in the van. He was in the back seat, climbed into the front, and was like, I'm out of here. I hate to say it, but like well, I know someone that works at that state hospital, and they've said a time or two that maybe not all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed.
Oh, great.
Well, it's not exactly Fort Knox over there. It's
clearly
some of the security that's working there. It's not the Navy SEALs. SEAL Team 6 is not locking that thing down. Hence the guy who left him in the back of the van with the keys in. Well, they went in to probably get a breakfast burrito or whatever the hell he was doing. They'll pick him up. Look at this idiot. You think that guy, like, being on the lam is way harder than you think. They always cheese the guy after like 48 hours. Where are you going?
Well, just hopefully he doesn't harm anyone, you know?
He's probably in the loony bin outfit,
Get
right?
all pilled out.
Where is he going? They'll pick him up.
Maybe he's going to Bandon. Not far from North Bend. You can play some golf.
Dude, they'll pick him up at the Arby's or something in Salmon Creek. They'll pick him up at a Panda Express out there. Let me tell you, there's a shady motel out there that's, pick him up. He'll be going there. Salmon Creek, you know where he's at.
All right, coming up next, we have the top headliner concerts coming to Portland in April. Some big names. We'll get that next. Here is Steven with SportsCenter, I think. Wait, never mind.
This is the
All right, this is In the News, April 2, 2026. You noted newsman. Delivering the news you can use. How about April concerts? You want the top April concerts in town?
Well, Bruce is coming, right?
Yeah, Bruce will be here. That's tomorrow?
Is it tomorrow?
I think that's tomorrow. Yeah. He's at Moda Center.
Yeah.
And I was reading about Bruce. So he opened his... This is a special tour. He's coming to Portland. He doesn't usually come to Portland, does he? So he's coming to Portland because it's one of the cities at the forefront of all this political bullshit.
Yes.
And so he opened his... I think he was up in Minnesota to start it. And they said he's fiery.
Oh.
He's bringing fiery speeches.
I've seen Bruce a couple times, and even when Bruce isn't fiery, buckle up. You're going to be there for 3+ hours. And even at his age, I saw him, God, it might have been, was it 4 or 5-ish years ago? Still really, really good at his age. One of the best live performers you'll ever see.
He says you should pick unity over division and peace over war. And that is his message.
I think it's a good message.
That's what you guys will hear tomorrow night.
Now play The Rising. Come on, Bruce.
You snowflakes.
Tougher Than the Rest. So many good hits. Bruce.
FKA Twigs.
You're not familiar with her?
No.
I think she did. She might have done a Super Bowl appearance at one point.
Really?
Yeah, she wasn't the main one, but I am familiar with her. She was married to someone famous, I believe.
Okay. She will be here Saturday at 8 at Theater of the Clouds.
Yeah.
Moda Center.
I'm all right with that.
I will not be there. You will not see me there.
No.
David Byrne is here with the Who is the Sky tour. That is Tuesday and Wednesday of next week at Keller. Now, I looked into David Byrne is the top fiver for me.
Yeah, you love you some David
God,
Byrne.
I love him.
Is he going to wear the big shoulders?
Yeah, I think that's old. That's old school. That's
old.
Talking Heads, David.
That's
Byrne.
Talking Heads.
But
if you don't know, by the way, he was the lead singer of the Talking Heads.
Yeah, he is amazing, and I love him. But I looked into tickets, dude. You want to guess what it takes to get into that?
Well, that was Springsteen for me. I was going to go to Springsteen.
How much was Bruce?
Springsteen for even a halfway decent seat was $300+ bucks.
This is $450.
Yeah, that's tough, man. Like, I like David. I like David as much as the next guy, but
God.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Oaklu?
Don't know.
Choke Enough Tour, Crystal Ballroom, Wednesday, April 15th. This is, I don't know who that is.
Nor do I.
It says 5 years after releasing her first ever mixtape, Oaklu dropped her first ever album just last year.
I got nothing.
She's French. Third Day will be here Saturday, April 18th with the 30th anniversary tour. That is a Christian rock band.
Dude, I looked it up. If you want to be on the floor for Bruce anywhere near the front, dude, $1,000.
Go look at David Byrne.
Yeah, that's just.
I bet it's more.
Because
it's a smaller venue.
Now you can sit behind the stage for $110, but you are in the. If you've ever sat up there, dude, that's a rough seat.
Wynn will be here at the Hawthorne Theater Saturday, April 25th. She is from Lake Oswego. Did you know that?
I did not. Yeah. So maybe she's friends with. Who was it?
She's a blonde rapper.
Was it Yeet that was from Lake Oswego? Yeet.
Wynn and Yeet.
Who would have thought that the two big rappers were coming out of the mean streets of Lake O?
Wynn gets a lot of representation from the Trailblazers too. They push her around and put her out there, and she's done stuff with Dame. She's done stuff.
Mm-hmm. Dame Dollar.
Dame Dollar. Not Damian Lillard, Dame Dollar.
Good call. Can go see them, they. Queens of the Stone Age will be here Monday, April 27th.
I will probably go check that out.
At the Schnitz.
Yeah. That'll be one that'll be in my wheelhouse.
They're from Seattle. All right. There's your concerts.
Yeah.
Those are the best concerts coming in April.
Hopefully there's a couple affordable ones in there for you. Or you know someone to get into. Yeah, it looks like Byrne, like you're not, if you're in the way back.
$450?
Now you can get in for like $3, but you're in the way back. But at least that's a smaller venue. Have you ever sat in the 300 level at the Moda Center for a concert?
I have not.
It's not. I mean, you can still hear the music, but it's a dot in the distance. It's a rough go.
Well, that's in your in the news for April 2, 2026. Thank you for listening. It's brought to you by The Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. We will get to some headlines and then get some Final Four talk coming up next hour on The Fan.
Portland.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on The Fan, Las Vegas Raiders. They are trying to solidify their quarterback position. Of course, they're probably going to draft Fernando Mendoza at #1 in the draft, but today they signed quarterback Kirk Cousins. It was a long-term deal, but with all the wording, in reality, it is a one-year deal, fully guaranteed at $20 million. But the most impressive part is this will be the 11th straight season in which Kirk Cousins has a fully guaranteed contract. Former Bills and Patriots cornerback Stephon Gilmore announced his retirement today. Gilmore was a two-time All-Pro and a 2019 NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Phil Mickelson said he will not be playing the Masters next week. He put out a statement and said his family's navigating a personal health matter and he'll be out for an extended period of time. Michigan starting point guard Elliot Cadeau, he rejoined his teammates today down in Indianapolis for the Final Four and said yesterday's allergic reaction that required him to head to the hospital was due to an accidental exposure to nuts, but it sounds like he will be good to go when Michigan takes on Arizona. Speaking of Arizona, their head coach Tommy Lloyd was asked about the open North Carolina job today at his press conference. He said, quote, "I'm a simple guy. I'm kind of just one thing at a time. I'm not a multitasker, so I'm 100% locked in on Arizona basketball right now, and I'm excited to see what this team can do," end quote. Arizona takes on Michigan. Michigan 1.5-point favorites. Trailblazers new owner Tom Dundon spoke at a press conference today, being introduced to the media and fans. You can go back and download the podcast in the first hour to listen to Dundon's press conference and Isaac Suk's reaction to the press conference. Trailblazers do host the Pelicans tonight from Moda Center. Portland 6.5-point favorites over the Pelicans. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Thursday. We are your sportsmen. Isaac is my name. That was my whisper, sir.
Asachi.
And that's Big Suk right over there.
Right here.
Oh, dude.
Stephen Vaughn at the controls. We are Final Four talking here in a few minutes.
We've been Dundon. There's a lot happening.
Yeah, the Dundon thing, if you want to hear the press conference, it is on our podcast. We spent the whole first hour on it. Actually, more than the first hour on it. And so, our thoughts are on there about him and how he came across and all that. So if you want to check that out, you can do that. That's the beauty of podcasting these days, is you can just go back and listen. And I do believe the audio is on there too.
Yes, the press conference should be on there because we carried the press conference live. And I think we only missed about 1 or 2 questions at the end when we cut
we
it
got
off.
about 20 minutes or so in there. And so it's
we
good.
did. We got a lot of it in there. And I got to be honest with you, I thought that the Portland media
did a nice job.
Was fantastic.
Yes.
Usually you get like the TV reporter who asks something stupid and then it derails the whole thing.
No, I thought all the questions were very appropriate, and a lot of them were questions that needed to be asked.
Yeah. All of them were.
Yeah.
And so that was our hour 1. Now I have to issue an apology.
This does not happen very often.
No, but I honestly mean this because I did make a tasteless joke earlier in the show, and it was about I don't even say what it was about. If you heard it, it was bad. I apologize for it. I should apologize for it. Sometimes when you're doing this and you're cracking jokes and you're having fun, you just make mistakes. Yeah. And I did, and I am sorry for that. So, I'll try to be better, but I'm kind of an idiot. So.
Yeah, I think we've all stepped in that once or twice. When you say something immediately when it comes out of your mouth, you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, it was bad. And so I really do sincerely apologize. Yeah. So on that note, we've got some headlines today. One of them is that the youngest baseball player, position player.
Number 1 prospect in all of baseball.
Since Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Is going to be called up to the majors.
He's 19, I believe.
Yeah. He's not even 20. His name is Connor Griffin. And he is with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And they are talking about, so he got called up today. They don't have a game today, but they'll play tomorrow. And supposedly he's a badass. And they're saying that he is going to get a record-setting contract. We were just talking about this the other day with, who's the kid? Emerson for the Mariners? Colt Emerson.
Colt Emerson.
He got $95 million over 8 years even.
Yeah, never played I guess never took a pitch in Major League Baseball.
Yeah. And so this guy is going to get more than that. So you may see, I don't know, you want to guess? You think you get a $125 million deal here?
Well, the
150?
The Mariner one could go up to 130 with incentives, but that's not guaranteed. I'm guessing this will be 110 guaranteed. That would be my guess.
Yeah. So $895 for Emerson, but this is like the number 1 prospect in all of baseball.
Well, this is and he's going to be their shortstop, which is why they moved. God, why can't I?
O'Neal Cruz.
O'Neal Cruz out to center field, which has been an unmitigated disaster. But
yeah, well, he's going to DH now.
Yes, he should not be.
Do you think teams like the Pirates, who are a small market, should be doing this?
I don't think they have a choice if they want to keep him. Like you got 2 choices if you're the Pirates or someone like this. And the Mariners, I don't think necessarily fall into this. The Mariners,
they kind of do though.
Well, no, dude, the Mariners usually have an aggressive payroll. They really do. Like this idea that the Mariners are this little small market team that doesn't spend money, it's just not true. They have money now. They can be cheap, but look at their payroll. It is not a bottom 10 payroll. But certainly with Pittsburgh, with Kansas City, with Tampa, with Oakland now, Vegas, Sacramento, whatever, you have 2 choices. Because you can control guys for 4 or 5 years where they cost nothing. And then you wait for them to become free agents, and then you can't afford them, and you have to deal them, and they become Mets, Yankees, Dodgers.
Look at Tarek Skubal.
Yes. Or you do this, and you run the risk of looking like a fool if these things don't work out. But if it does work out, you end up with a very manageable contract with someone that you can actually keep in-house. So it's a risk that the Royals and the Pirates of the world, you don't have a choice.
Also, their biggest fear has to be Paul Skeens asking for a trade.
Yes.
And this says, look, we're invested in trying to win. Hey, Paul, let's stay in Pittsburgh.
So his stats, I mean, dude, it's only 21 at-bats. But this AAA season so far, he's hitting only .438.
Good Lord.
Last year at A-ball, he hit 338. Then high A ball 325. Then he got called up to Double A. This is all just last season.
Yeah.
He hit 337, and then so over the course of the whole season, he hit 336 with 21 home runs and 95 RBI in one minor league season.
He is 6'3", 222 pounds.
And that's as an 18-year-old or 19-year-old, right?
Well, he's 19 now. I
right,
don't know if he
18 to 19. Yeah, that's insane stats.
What else do I have?
I
for
see
you?
why they're going to give him a lot of money.
Yes.
Because it's funny when you look at with the Mariners that did it. What was his name again?
Colt Emerson.
Colt Emerson. Yeah. His numbers are not like that. They say they love his approach, and the numbers don't. They think that he is obviously going to be a star, but those numbers don't jump off the page at you quite like Connor Griffin's.
The other thing is Kirk Cousins has a new deal.
Mm-hmm. It's a 1-year deal, though.
He is headed to the Raiders.
Yeah, like we're seeing this now a lot where, we're seeing these deals that are these like 3 years and, with like $80 million and that's all fluff. He got a 1-year, basically $20 million guaranteed contract. But he sets a record now. This is the 11th straight year that his salary is fully guaranteed.
Yeah, because Schefter, officially it's a 5-year, $172 million deal that Cousins is signing with the Raiders.
That's not
real.
So it's a 1-year deal. He gets 11.3 from the Raiders. He gets 8.7 from the Falcons. So he will get $20 million this year to either be the starter or the mentor to Mendoza. But yeah, 11 years. Every bit of his money has been guaranteed. Remember, that was when he was with the Redskins. They pulled that stupid, didn't want to give him a deal, so they kept tagging him.
Yeah.
And then he got the guaranteed deal out of Minnesota, and then he got a guaranteed couple years out of Atlanta. They cut him, had to pay him, and now here Vegas is like, cool, man, here's $11 million. Like, I think he is now a top 10 all-time salary guy.
He's made more than Tom Brady did.
Yeah. Which is
I think
kind
it's
of
a good
crazy.
move. I like the move for Mendoza.
Yes.
I mean, you want a guy like Kirk Cousins. He's smart. He's a great guy to have in your quarterback room. Like that's where even if he doesn't play, that's worth $11 million right there.
Yes.
Tutelage.
Well, and
of your young guy.
You really don't if you can help it. It's not a good idea to throw quarterbacks into the fire when you don't have enough around him. It's one thing like when you see a guy that comes in and he has a good old line. Cignetti had a great line today because Sonny Dykes, who was the coach at TCU, he kind of took a jab at Josh Hoover, who was the TCU quarterback last year and is now the Indiana quarterback. And he took a jab about the turnovers. Hoover had a bit of a turnover problem. And someone asked Cignetti about it, and he kind of laughed, and he goes, well, he's about to get introduced to something he's never had before, two best friends, a strong defense, and a running game. And there's some truth to that. When you are a young quarterback and you're dropped into a bad situation, it doesn't matter who you are, unless you're like Joe Burrow, you're going to suck. And the Raiders don't have a good situation. So you don't want to take Mendoza, throw him into the fire if you can help it. So it really does behoove you to get a guy like Kirk Cousins, who might be the best bridge quarterback in the NFL. And it's costing you only $11 million. That's a great move.
Well, and what's weird about it is Cousins is in there, they're probably going to be better.
I would think so.
At least initially.
By the way, he is now, I said top 10. With this, he is now the third, he has made the third most money in NFL history. Kirk Cousins has, all time.
Are you serious?
Third most.
Well, and if you're trying to change your culture too, Cousins is a good guy to have in there.
Yes.
Which they are.
He's an adult in the room, right? Like, and you got Kubiak in there now. Like, that's good for you. Hopefully you can get a real O-line coach, and you got Genty if he's something we don't know yet, but Bowers, you need a receiver. And honestly too, it's not going to happen, but if you had Cousins there and you have a lot of holes on your roster and someone came to you because it's such a weak quarterback draft and was like, we'll give you 2 1s to move up 7 spots. I could see a world in where the Raiders say, cool, we'll take a year of Cousins and we'll do this again next year with 2 more picks and take a bite at the apple.
It's supposed to be a good class, isn't it?
I could see that.
Tom Brady, probably, right? Has made the most money?
Tom Brady is number 2.
Oh.
Cousins is 3.
Aaron Rodgers?
5. It's all quarterbacks, by the way. I mean, it's not even close.
So what quarterback has made the most money?
You have to get down to number 17 before you get to a non-quarterback.
Who's that?
Trent Williams.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so most in NFL history.
Most in NFL history.
Tom Brady is number 2. It's
Yes.
not. Well, it's got to be a current guy, right?
Yes. Brady 2, Cousins 3, Russ 4, Aaron Rodgers 5.
Stafford. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford has made $408 million
God.
and some change.
Good little living.
Good little living.
All right, let's get to some Final Four talk. Let's take a look at Arizona, Michigan.
Let's do it.
Maybe a little UConn, Illinois. It's not that.
Is that the one no one cares about?
I mean, it's not that we don't care about it. It's just that Arizona, Michigan is.
There's definitely a main event and an undercard.
Yes.
Isn't it crazy though? UConn won back-to-back titles just a year ago. And we're like, And they just got done with like one of the biggest like moments in NCAA
comebacks ever.
And we're like,
Whatever.
Whatever.
Give me Arizona, Michigan all day. We'll get to that coming up next on The Fan. Short break. Am I wrong? My God, we were all out of the room.
God, yeah.
Jesus, I don't even know where Suk is. All hell's breaking loose. So, Arizona, Michigan. Good little ball game. I believe that Michigan is a 1.5-point favorite. The other game is UConn, Illinois. That'll be the first game, 3:00 on Saturday, and that one, Illinois is a 2-point favorite. I don't know why it is that we sort of have so little respect for UConn.
Yeah, they're just not getting any sort of.
I don't know why that is, but they've been to. This is their third Final Four in 3. Oh my God, this is their third Final Four in 4 years.
Yes,
and they've won 6 titles since 1999.
It makes no sense. We talked about this after they won the back-to-back, and they've done it now with 3 coaches, right? Calhoun won 3, and then Ollie won 1. And here we are with Hurley, and yet, I swear to God, we don't talk about him the way we do Kentucky, the way we do North Carolina. How many does Kansas have?
3, is he 1, 2, 4?
They've got 4. And yet, I mean, Calhoun even talked about this, and I did not like Jim Calhoun because he was a giant red ass, but I remember Calhoun was bitching and moaning about this, that they didn't get it. And I hate the no respect card, but If someone's going to play the no respect card, it should probably be UConn. And you think it pisses them off that their women's team is so much better than theirs?
You know, I think it's kind of cool that it could be another year where they both win.
Yeah.
Because that has happened. Like, didn't Duke do that not too long ago? And I think UConn did it.
I think UConn's done it. They probably have done it more than once.
Is some of it that, like, who is their best player on any of those teams?
Well,
Kemba.
Kemba Walker.
Emeka Okafor was the second pick of the draft.
Yeah. I remember like Donyell Marshall back in the day. Ray Allen was, I don't know if Ray Allen won one, but I remember Ray Allen was a UConn guy. Who's the little short, fat guy?
Khalid El-Amin.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I remember him. But you're right. Like,
but not a lot of huge
Klingon,
names. Yeah. Kling Kong.
Klingon was we kind of forget about it. Klingon was, his last year at Connecticut, he was because the first one he wasn't as big. That second one, dude, he was unstoppable in that tournament.
He was great. Yeah.
I mean, he was phenomenal. And now we're seeing like him kind of blossom here.
Stephon Castle was on that
team.
He's,
Castle. He was
really
a freshman.
Good now. Yeah. But he wasn't even the best player on that team. They had like Tristan Newton, who was a senior.
Yeah.
Like, you're right. They don't have the NBA crossover from college because even guys like Shabazz Napier, who led it against Kentucky.
Yeah, it was just
he wasn't great in the NBA.
Yeah, he was an afterthought.
Kemba was good, but he wasn't, he was an all-star maybe here. Okafor was a good player, but
was he? He was an okay NBA player.
Right, he was fine.
Yeah.
Can you name the team that has the most NCAA tournament wins without a title?
Oh, maybe Gonzaga?
That's
no.
a good guess. But
they got a lot. Okay.
I'm telling you this because Illinois is number 2. Illinois is 2.
Illinois 2.
Illinois won 50 games in the tournament and never won a title.
Well, they had that run where they had like D. Brown and Darren Williams. And
that was Bill Self.
Luther Head.
Oh, that was Bill Self. Yeah.
And then, this team
Did they lose in the final to North Carolina?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was Sean May.
Yeah.
Marvin Williams.
This team has won 54 games and not won a title.
Boy.
Big Ten.
Big Ten? Purdue?
Purdue. Purdon't.
I see what you did.
All right.
There. Yeah.
So enough about that game.
Well, it's funny because you mentioned like we're not giving UConn any credit. No one's giving Illinois any chance either. Like that whole
they're
game,
favored.
Yeah, by 1.5. People are just dismissing it. Dismiss it at your own peril.
I mean, it'll probably be the better of the two games. Like if we know anything about this, it's like everybody's be like, Arizona Michigan's gonna be amazing, and then it's a dud and a blowout, and then Illinois UConn. Yeah. I mean, that's usually how it works.
Sure.
We think one thing and something else happens. But I will say they're both toss-ups. Like if you look at the point spread, they're both within a bucket.
Yes.
So we expect both to be good games. There is something about UConn that is pretty uninteresting, and I don't know what that is.
Maybe because again,
they're from Connecticut.
Is that what it is? That's what I was going to say. It's not. They don't do anything else.
It's kind of like the Seahawks. Like people said the Super Bowl wasn't exciting because they're up in the little Northwest. Like UConn's up in the Northeast.
Well, I make the argument. It's a little bit like Gonzaga out here. They don't do anything else. They just play basketball. They're up there in Connecticut, and it's just kind of out of sight.
They play football. Didn't you see their sellouts this year?
They got
Jim Mora Jr. was their coach.
Didn't Jim Mora leave?
He did. Yeah, he went to Utah State.
Yeah, he took it better. Yeah, that's
that says it all right there.
Yeah.
Someone said perhaps one reason UConn isn't put in the same category as the other teams is that they only have 8 Final Four appearances and 6 titles. So they either win a championship or they're a middle of the road team.
Well, I know, but that's not like, let's not make it like that's not a lot of Final Fours. How many teams have more Final Four appearances than them? Like I would make the argument that we like when we talk about Arizona, I feel like people talk about Arizona the same way they do UConn, and those are not the same programs. Far from it. UConn is 30 times a better program than Arizona. Arizona's won once, and that was in 1997.
So schools with more Final Four appearances than UConn.
It can't be many.
North Carolina has 21,
sure.
Kentucky 17, UCLA 18, Duke 18, Kansas 15, Ohio State 10, Michigan State 10, Indiana, Louisville, UConn 8.
So you got maybe 10
It's
teams?
like top 10 all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 teams.
And UConn has more titles than the vast majority of those schools.
And Illinois has been to 6 Final Fours and never won.
Yeah.
Although Stevie Brackets thinks the Illini might cut down the
You
nets.
like the Fighting Illini, huh?
He
I
likes
do.
it.
Yeah. I think something weird's gonna happen. Kind of like what Rob just said. It's just like we expect the 1-versus-1 game to be awesome. I kind of expect them not to win. Someone else is gonna pull ahead of this.
You know, they're the biggest team in the country.
Yeah.
They are long.
They
and
play a
big.
weird style too. They're big guys. They kind of let them handle the basketball out front. You know, when you got a 6'8", 250 guy,
European guy
playing point guard, that's tough. They got a top 5 pick at Wagler, top 10.
Yeah.
They got some dudes. They got some shooters. Stojakovic can shoot the ball. Like they're a weird matchup, and I think when you get in this situation, that's tough to match up against.
It's funny, yeah, we don't talk about, but they got Stojakovic's kid, and he just kind of...
I think he comes off the bench, does he not?
Yeah, but he's a good player. He averages double digits.
He's like a 15-point guy, and he's a big guy, too. He's like 6'7".
Well, you know, he is not, by any means, the most famous NBAer's son who is in this Final Four. It's not even close.
Bryce James, baby.
Oh, God. Does he? I don't think he ever sees the floor.
No, he's redshirted.
He
redshirted? I was going to say.
But LeBron James' other kid, not named Bronny, is on Arizona, but he redshirted. He's a freshman. He redshirted.
Well,
and I read an article today that said they are protecting him from the media because everybody wants to talk to Bryce James.
Yeah.
He hasn't played all year.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And so they have they called him an enforcer in the locker room to keep people away from Bryce.
Because, like, after games, you see him, he wears those James Worthy, like, sports goggles. And so, like, after the games, you see him, like, on the court, like, running around. And I could see that. I mean, that's got to be a bit of an awkward situation for that kid. Like, he's not doing the Bronny James thing where he's trying to, make himself something that he's not. I mean, to be honest with you, Bronny James should be playing at Arizona with his brother. Bronny would probably be really good in college right now, instead of doing whatever the hell he's doing with the Lakers.
So according to ESPN, the number 2 player in the Final Four, because they rank, rank the players, is from Illinois, or is the Illinois kid, the Keaton Wagler, the freshman. So he's number 2 behind Lindenborg of Michigan. Those are the top 2 players
Yaxel
in the Final Four.
So there you go, because now you got a freshman guard, and then you got a very veteran
senior,
old forward.
old vet. So.
And then Tarish Reed is 3rd, and he's a senior.
Well, in Arizona, I mean, you can talk all you want about the freshmen. Arizona isn't necessarily freshman led. They've got some.
Jade Bradley's their leader on that team.
Yeah,
not even close.
Yeah, not really. And then the big guy, Krivas, or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
he's a junior. But then they have the 2 freshmen, Pete and Burries. I kind of don't really get why Burries. So Darius Acuff from Arkansas got a lot of love, and rightly so. Excellent freshman.
Yeah.
Don't you think Burries is just as good?
He's.
I feel like nobody talks about Burries, maybe just because Arizona's just that good. But
could be. I don't know. When I would watch Arizona play in the Big 12, that to me looked like the best team in the Big 12, looked like the best team in the country. And both of those kids were dynamite.
Well, Burries and then Jaden Bradley, like you said, he's a senior, but nobody ever talks about him in the NBA either.
Yeah.
And he's awesome. So if you look at this list the ESPN put out there, Arizona does not have a player in the top 3 in the Final Four, but they have 4, 5, 6, and 10.
So is there an idea?
So they have 4 of the top 10. They're deeper, and
they're deeper.
They have more. I just think they have more weapons overall.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 6 guys averaging double digits. So yeah, it can come from lots of different places. And like you said, they're big, but so is Illinois. Like, you give me Arizona, Illinois, I'll take that. But I just think UConn in the finals would be a better story.
I think it's going to be Arizona and UConn.
And that would be great, because you got UConn trying to do the 3 for 4. And if Hurley goes 3 for 4, I mean, you're staking your claim to not just being the best. Well, already, like, you can make the claim he's the best coach in college basketball. That ends that debate. He is the best coach in college basketball. Now you're starting to talk about, is he, like, where does he rank all time? In Arizona, you got is Tommy Lloyd going to leave? Think he's going to. And how awkward is that going to be if you win a national title and then you bolt for North Carolina? First time a West Coast team would have won one since 1997, and that team was Arizona. So just the storylines of that. I can get on board with Arizona and UConn. I think that's more interesting, no offense, than Illinois and Michigan.
If you're an Arizona fan,
Big Ten matchup.
Yeah, like what?
If you're an Arizona fan, does it ease a little bit of the sting if Tommy Lloyd goes to North Carolina, if he wins a title?
No, I don't.
It makes you more mad.
I think it makes you more mad. The whole point is, right, you want to go to a place that you can win a national title. And if you win one and you've got a nice mix of, you got 2 stud freshmen in Barry's and what's the other guy, Pete. You got 2 stud freshmen, you got the veterans behind it, you've got big NIL money. Like you're in arguably the best basketball conference in the country in the Big 12.
But you kind of dominated this year.
Yeah. Like you don't have a big threat on the West Coast recruiting. Your NIL budget's strong. Why would you go anywhere else? That would hurt. I think it would hurt more if you're Arizona, if he wins and then bolts, because then there's a little bit of like, are we really? That's the definition of little brother syndrome, where you think you're a marquee program and you win a national title and your coach leaves. That stings. I do not think that takes away the pain.
So I guess Tommy Lloyd said, and he makes $5 million a year.
Yeah.
I guess the other day he said, Arizona's going to have another good coach after me, I promise you. And that the fans didn't like that.
No.
Too much.
And then just today.
But he is now saying that was not about the North Carolina opening.
For God's sake.
Taken out of context, guys. Come on.
Well, but then he came out today and he said, I'm a simple man and I focus one thing at a time, and right now all I'm focused on is Arizona. Dude, he's the next coach at North Carolina.
He said it's absolutely true. There's going to be another coach. This is a great program. I didn't say when. People are going to speculate all they want. Guys, this team has my full focus. Nothing. I promise you, nothing is knocking me off of that path. And you guys might call them distractions because you're distracted. That doesn't mean I'm distracted or we're distracted. You know what's pretty cool? Once you get some experience in this deal and you're a player and you're a coach who's been at it a while, you get pretty good at, eliminating the distractions.
Well, look, I have no doubt that they have his focus, but I also have no doubt that his agent is currently negotiating with North Carolina. And whether they lose on Saturday or they lose or win on Monday, he's gone. And that stinks. That absolutely stinks.
All right, the one thing about this game that's super cool, we will lay out. Well, there's a lot of things about this game that are super cool. But one thing that I think is being talked about the least is the coolest. And we'll get to that next. Here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Kirk Cousins and the Las Vegas Raiders have come to an agreement on a deal. Now, technically it's a 5-year deal, but in reality it's going to be a 1-year deal for Cousins, fully guaranteed at $20 million. This will be the 11th straight NFL season for Kirk Cousins in which he has a fully guaranteed contract. Good to be Kirk Cousins and his agent. Former Bills and Pats quarterback Stephon Gilmore has announced his retirement from the league. Gilmore was a good player, 2-time All-Pro, and the 2019 NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Phil Mickelson, he announced today he will not be playing at the Masters. He said his family's navigating a personal health matter and he will be out for an extended period of time, so he will miss the Masters. Michigan starting point guard Elliot Cadeau rejoined his teammates for the Final Four, and he said yesterday his allergic reaction that required him to go to the hospital was due to an accidental exposure to nuts, but he will be available to play when Michigan takes on Arizona. And speaking of Arizona, their coach Tommy Lloyd was asked about the open North Carolina job today at his press conference, and he said, quote, "I'm a simple guy. I'm kind of just a one thing at a time. I'm not a multitasker, so I'm 100% locked in on Arizona basketball right now." Arizona, Michigan 1.5-point favorites in that game. Trailblazer new owner Tom Dundon spoke at a press conference today in front of the media and the fans. You can go back and download the podcast of the first hour, listen to Dundon speak, and listen to Isaac Suk's reaction to that press conference. Trailblazers do host the Pelicans tonight from the Motor Center. Portland 6.5-point favorites over the Pelicans, and the Clippers take on the Spurs later on tonight as well. Portland a half game back of the Clippers for that 8th seed. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Yeah, so Arizona, Michigan on Saturday should be dynamite. The cool thing about the game that not a lot of people are talking about is the style difference. Because it sort of seems like they're the same because they both score a lot of points and, they can get up and down.
Yeah, total on this is like 158, I think.
Yeah. But it's how they go about it. And so Arizona, so first of all, Michigan is just a juggernaut. They're shooting 45% from three. They're shooting 50% overall in the tournament, and they're scoring over 90 points a game. Now, Arizona, what's interesting about them is they only shoot 27% of their shots from three. That's the third lowest in the country. So, and Tommy Lloyd's talked about it. He's an old school guy. He's like, there's so much variance in 3-point shooting. Now, we're not getting it with Michigan yet, but this is kind of why I like Arizona in this game, is that he likes big guys close to the rim. He says that's more reliable versus the variance of 3-point shooting.
Yeah.
And boy, I tell you what, if you want a great dichotomy in a game, I give you Arizona versus Michigan because Michigan's going to chuck threes.
Yep. But they got bigs. They got three guys that are in was it Marr, the guy in the middle is like 7'3", but their front old Yaxel and then is it Morez Johnson? Both those guys are 6'9" plus. They've got some bigs in the front court.
Oh, they do, but they shoot a lot of threes and they make a lot of threes. Like it's that whole NBA. This game is that whole NBA adage of threes
versus twos
or dunks. Because that's really what it is. Like Michigan is the NBA team, and Arizona is a little bit more the old school. Hey, let's dump it down to our bigs and get some easy buckets, get some twos, some higher percentage shots. So will the volume of Michigan's threes outweigh the efficiency of Arizona's twos? That's the cool thing about this game.
Yeah.
And I don't know, especially because they're getting points, I'm leaning towards Arizona in that regard.
Well, styles make fights.
You know
what
I mean?
Like who can get the other to play their style of game? Yeah, I'm all for it. And I mean, going into this thing, people said, I heard a lot of people say that Arizona looked like the best team in the country. And it's not like Arizona really hasn't. Let's not act like Arizona's really been pushed. I mean, they're boat racing people. They kicked the crap out of Purdue. They handled Arkansas. I mean, both of these teams kind of have rolled through. Whereas on the other side, like UConn's had to kind of battle their way. But I was trying to think of what the closest game here is. I looked at Michigan. I looked at Arizona. Neither squad has been tested in any shape or form whatsoever in this tournament. It's been a cakewalk.
Great matchup.
Did Illinois play a close game?
With who?
With anybody.
They were down to Iowa in the Elite Eight, and they kind of had to come back, but they took care of it.
Yeah, they ended up.
I believe they were down at halftime, I want to say, in that game.
Yeah, I know Iowa got up early, but yeah, they still ended up winning by double digits. So really the only team that has had to kind of come from behind and really be pressed is UConn.
Which would serve them at this point.
Yeah.
At this stage.
I mean, all these teams are...
Because if you drag these other teams that have been blowing people out into deep water, it's uncharted territory, whereas UConn's used to it.
Yeah, doesn't it worry you a little bit? And this is me speaking as a guy who's going to pick Illinois. UConn was down by 18 or 19 to Duke and had to have a miracle run.
They were down by 15, I think, to Michigan State.
Right. Like, doesn't that scream to you like maybe this team, like they're just getting lucky in this type of situation?
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes it's just about making shots. Yeah. That second half against Duke, they were making everything.
Right. And I think they made 1-3 in the first half.
And they turned Duke over. I think they had like 22 points off turnovers in the second half alone in that Duke comeback.
Yeah, who's going to press? Who presses? That's who wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. My God, can any team handle the press?
If you're Hurley, just go out and press Illinois and see what happens.
Well, I will say, so if you look at Arizona, they only lost twice all year.
Mm-hmm.
They lost that game to Kansas.
And Kansas didn't even have Peterson.
Yeah, well, that's because Kansas is better without Darren Peterson, and I'll go to my grave saying that. But the second half, like Arizona was up at halftime in that game. That was really one bad half. Yeah. Bill Self, Kansas can D. And this is where, if you like Michigan, you might think Michigan could get a leg up on Arizona because Kansas's length really bothered Arizona, forced them out of the paint, and they really struggled in the second half of that game. And Michigan could do that same thing. The only other game they lost was the very next game, a hangover game.
Texas Tech, right?
And it was in overtime.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
They've won everything else.
Yep.
Now, Michigan's interesting because Michigan lost to the very team that we were talking about is the opposite of Arizona. They lost to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And Wisconsin just chucks threes. Wisconsin beat him at home, and Wisconsin almost beat him in the Big Ten tournament too. So the only other times they lost was Duke. Duke's defense really gave Michigan trouble.
Mm-hmm.
They only scored 63 against Duke. And then they lost to Purdue in the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah. Wisconsin, by the way, Wisconsin beat Michigan and they beat Illinois. Wisconsin actually did really well against the better teams in the Big Ten. And yeah, they're kind of sitting there kicking themselves because they beat Purdue, they beat Wisconsin, or they beat Michigan and Illinois. Wisconsin kind of had a sneaky good year. And you're right, Wisconsin just stands out there and bombs threes.
And then Illinois, they lost a bunch.
Yeah, they lost a bunch.
They lost to UConn. Oh, I didn't know this was a rematch. Did you know that?
They played UConn already?
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
UConn beat them 74-61 on November 28th.
I didn't see a lot of Illinois. I did see where Oregon played them, and oh my God, that was...
Yeah, they torched them.
Dude, they beat them by 40. I was sitting at a bar watching that and was like, oh my God. It was painful to watch. But I have not consumed a lot of Illinois basketball.
Yeah,
this year.
Illinois lost to Nebraska.
Yeah.
They lost to Alabama.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, UConn did get them, right?
Lost to Wisconsin.
74-61.
All right. Well, 3 o'clock Saturday, UConn, Illinois, and then the second one is just after 6, I think.
I'm excited. I think this is a good Final Four.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Great Final Four.
If UConn and Illinois is kind of the afterthought, you've got a good Final Four.
All right. Coming up next, we've got audio of someone who is claiming that this guy, he would take over Damian Lillard. It's another point guard.
Okay.
And I want to see...
all time, or we
What do
just
you
talking
mean?
about this year?
Oh, on his team.
Oh, okay.
As a teammate.
Now, this is going to be something stupid. I guarantee it.
Yeah, you start a franchise, you take this point guard.
Yeah.
God, I love these. It's going to be... It's
Who
going
do
to
you
be like
think it's gonna be?
like a Patrick Beverly I can already tell this is going to piss me off. It's going to be some ridiculous thing.
All right. Well, you'll find out next on The Fan.
It's
demand increase?
Okay, so I've got some audio here for you guys. This is another one of those dumb podcasts that people do. Oh, wait, we do one.
Yeah. We need more hot takes like this. I can't wait to see who's better than Damian Lillard.
It wasn't better. It was Charlie Villanueva.
Oh, okay.
And I believe Raymond Felton is on here.
Raymond Felton's on there as well.
Your boy.
I thought for a moment you were saying he was going to take Raymond Felton. I was like, that's the sort of...
No.
That's what I was hoping. I was hoping it was going to be like a hot take like that and then have to explain why Raymond Felton is better.
Well, these guys were doing a podcast. Felton's on there, and Villanueva is the guy who says he would take this dude over Damian Lillard.
Okay.
If you needed a point guard, who would you take, Rondo or Dame?
Oh, stop it.
I'm taking Rondo. Oh, my God, Rondo by a mile. Because
Okay,
what
that's
I
a-
need,
that
remember,
should
it's
tell
me.
you something.
I want to score. No, meaning I like to score. So who's going to give me the ball? Fucking Rondo.
If you were starting a franchise,
If I'm starting a franchise, I'm picking Rondo. Because to me, I value more the passing ability, the basketball mind, versus having a superstar. Is Ron? The question is Rondo a superstar player? Is he a
I don't think
superstar?
so. I think he's one of the best.
I
Point
think he's
guards to play,
borderline
but I don't think he's a
superstar.
superstar.
I think he's a superstar because he took three. I want you to really think about this when I say this. He took 3 Hall of Famers and put that together and made it work, and they won. And he's the young guy.
And he's a primary.
He's the
handler.
youngin, and he had to deal with those egos on top of his ego because he got one too.
Yeah, he got one.
Yeah, he
Crazy.
got one too. So think about Think about his mind on that. Like dealing with KG, who was KG, dealing with Paul Pierce, who was the truth, dealing with Ray Allen, who was at that time the best shooter in the world. Think about that.
Are you thinking about that?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Look, I'm not an NBA player. Who am I to question the greatness that is no eyebrows Charlie Villanueva
and Raymond Felton
Fat Raymond? Oh my God! What?
Nah.
By the way, I looked it up. He averages 1 more assist than Dame. 1.
Yeah.
One more.
And played with 3 Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Right. That's the whole thing at the end where he's like, well, he was playing with, that's the difference.
Do we not remember when they played the Heat and nobody guarded Rondo? And they
None.
literally put their
Right.
guy in the middle of the paint and he'd stand there about 18 feet
And
nobody
dare
guarded
him to do something.
And he would just stand there and then pass to a wide open Ray Allen who's running off screens.
Yes.
I could have done that.
But NBA guys like this guy, I mean, like he said, at least he was honest. He's like, well, I want to score.
I mean,
I want to score, so therefore
Right.
I want
And-
Rondo.
And I will say, Dame's not a passer.
Yeah.
And yet he averaged with no help around him for his career. He averages 1 less assist.
Yeah, but they're
per game.
They're 2 totally different players. Like
They
I,
are.
I get what Villanueva is saying, but that's crazy to take.
Yeah, that's
Rondo over Dame.
It's just, and that's what I said. The moment you said that this guy was going to take someone over Lillard, I was going to be like, I knew it was going to be dumb. And sure enough, it's dumb. And the idea, that's like saying Robert Horry is better than Charles Barkley. Robert Horry has what, 5, 6 championships? Barkley doesn't have any. You know who I'd take Robert Horry. I really value that big clutch shooting. And winner. Yeah, okay. You put Damian Lillard on that take that Boston Celtics team that had KG and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. Yeah, something tells me if you put prime 27-year-old Damian Lillard, yeah, I think they'd be okay. Kobe and Pau Gasol was the other one that he won in 2000, right? He was the point guard of that team. Yeah, something tells me if Dame was on that team, they would have been okay too. My God.
Where does the debate lie, though? Like, if I said Chris Paul or Damian Lillard, that's not a debate, is it?
You can have that debate, yes.
What do you mean? Who would you take?
Paul.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But see, and that's where I'm saying, like, I think some people you can actually have that debate. But Chris Paul, to me, is greater
I don't
than-
think that's that close. Chris Paul.
Yes, he's an overall better player.
Just was, yes,
Yes.
he was amazing.
Yes.
And we probably are losing sight of that because he's just, he hung on for so long.
Yeah.
What if I said, because I'm trying to find the sweet spot of where it's like, it's a really good question. Would it be, it wouldn't be Damian Lillard, Steve Nash, would it? Because Nash is...
You could have that because neither one of them really plays defense. Nash obviously is a better passer. Lillard is a better scorer. Again, I'll listen to that.
I'll take Nash there.
I'll listen to that debate.
What about... What about Gary Payton?
Yeah. See, I think when you get into that, Gary Payton, Russell Westbrook,
Westbrook?
Steve Nash.
Westbrook will take Dame.
I think that's the conversation, because the best, you're not debating Magic, you're not debating Isaiah, you're not debating Curry.
Some would, but you shouldn't.
I think Jason Kidd, probably you're not having the debate. I think Chris Paul, you're probably not having a serious debate.
Well, it's hard because Dame isn't your prototypical point guard
No.
that's looking to pass. Like, he's more of a two guard.
Yes.
Playing the point guard.
Yes. And the second best player that he ever played with was Marcus.
What about Tony Parker?
Yeah, again, I think a very good debate, because to me, some people are going to say Tony Parker. And I would say if you put Damian Lillard on those Spurs teams with Manu and Tim Duncan, Damian Lillard has 3 or 4 championships, and we view Damian Lillard as a top 6 point guard of all time, as opposed to what he is now, where people are going to say like maybe top 10 to 12-ish. He's top 75 player of all time. But I mean, this takes nothing away from Tony Parker. It's the Draymond Green thing. Draymond Green is a Hall of Famer. Draymond Green, if he had been drafted by the Toronto Raptors, is he a Hall of Famer? He's a really good player, but is he a Hall of Famer? But if you put Draymond on those Spurs teams, if you put Draymond on a team like that, then yes. And Lillard, unfortunately, never got that opportunity. Damian Lillard is really, really stinking good. And I think, honestly, when it's all said and done, I think he will be underappreciated for how good, like, prime Damian Lillard was. He didn't play defense, but half of those guards that we talked about didn't play defense. Magic wasn't a great defender. He's just 6'9".
Damian Lillard, Dan Dickow. Go.
I think we know the answer.
Yeah, we know
too
the answer
hard.
to that. I really think that the Steve Nashes, Westbrooks, Gary Paytons are the...
Gary Payton's an interesting one.
Gary Payton's an interesting
Would you
one.
take Gary Payton or Damian Lillard?
I think some of that depends on what kind of team I have.
I think I want Payton.
Payton could score enough, and he was such a good defender, and he was a better point guard. I think if you because there's the difference between building a championship team and starting a team. If I started a team from scratch, I think I would take Damian Lillard. I think if I just said, okay, this is my guy, and I don't know what else is going to be there, I think I would take Lillard. But if you told me that I was going to have a decent, well-rounded team, let's take I don't know, who's the 4 seed right now in the West or East? Like
Denver?
Nugs.
Yeah, the Nugs. I'm taking Gary Payton. Give me Gary Payton on that team as opposed to Damian Lillard. But I think that's kind of the debate.
Because Isaiah Thomas is better than he was.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think you're right. It's the second to third tiers where Dame is in all-time point guards, which is great. But
There's another good one, because this is actually a really good one too, because he's not a real point guard, but he has phenomenal assist numbers. Is James Harden.
Right.
James Harden.
Well, see, I'll take Dame over Harden, only because Harden was probably the better player.
See, I would take Harden over Dame easy.
Because Harden's gonna.
He's a better player. I just don't like his attitude.
Yeah.
I don't want.
He also
that
is
guy
a choker. He has never
exactly
been good. At
Harden has an MVP. Harden's going to end up being a top. Where's he at all time? I bet he ends up being a top 7 or 8 scorer all time. Harden will have better numbers, and yet same thing. I
want nothing to do with that
I don't want
guy.
really anything to do with James Harden. Everywhere that guy goes, it's...
Yeah, Harden's 11th all-time right now in points.
No, he's 9th.
He's 9th?
Yeah, he's 9th. He's sneaking up on Wilt.
He will...
Chamberlain, that is.
James Harden...
This list is terrible.
James Harden, because I thought it would be Carmelo Anthony.
Well, I got the ABA guys in there, that's why.
Oh. James Harden and Carmelo Anthony will both have the best career that no one cares about. When it's all said and done, they will be the most hollow. It's going to be a hollow statue, because they're both first ballot Hall of Famers and some of the best scorers of all time, but they're the only guys that are going to be up there that there will be people that'll look at them and be like, I wouldn't really want them. Phenomenal players, but I don't know if you really want them.
All right.
It's actually pretty neat.
Rajon Rondo. Greatness. That's what we learned.
I'd rather have Rondo.
All right, we've got the latest cosmetic surgery rage.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you're probably into this.
Dude, I saw a BB. Have you ever seen like a BBL like that's gone awry out in the wild?
So BBL, for those you kids, Brazilian butt lift.
Every now and then, I see one of these things out getting loose, or you see one at the gym in some spandex, and you're like, it. I always wanted to go up to him and be like, "Did you mean to do that, or was were mistakes made?" Because it's something else.
We also have a new drinking study.
They're devout alcoholics.
The club is next on The Fan.
There's
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on The Fan, Trailblazers' new owner, Tom Dundon, spoke at a press conference today while being introduced to fans, media, and everybody alike. You can go back and download the podcast of this show in hour one and hear Dundon speak and hear the opinions from Isaac and Suk. Trailblazers are on the court tonight, taking on the Pelicans from the Moda Center. Trailblazers right now 6.5-point favorites over the Pelicans. In this one, Trailblazers are a half game back of the Clippers for that 8 seed. Clippers play the Spurs tonight in LA. Clippers are 1.5-point favorites, so another game to watch put your eyeballs on. Raiders, they signed a quarterback. They got Kirk Cousins to be the quarterback of the Raiders. It's going to be a 5-year deal officially, but in reality, it's a 1-year deal, fully guaranteed $20 million. And this will be the 11th straight season for Kirk Cousins in which he has a fully guaranteed deal. Former Bills and Patriots quarterback Stephon Gilmore. He has announced his retirement from the NFL. Gilmore, a two-time All-Pro, and was also the 2019 Defensive Player of the Year. Phil Mickelson announced today in a statement that he will not be playing at the Masters. He said his family is navigating a personal health matter, and he will be out an extended period of time. Arizona coach Tommy Lloyd was asked about the open North Carolina job today at his press conference. He had some interesting things to say. He said, quote, "I'm a simple guy. I'm kind of just one thing at a time. I'm not a multitasker, so I'm 100% locked in on Arizona basketball right now." And quote, Arizona takes on Michigan on Saturday, where Michigan is a 1.5-point favorite. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Like that you're here.
All right, moving on to the club here.
It's about damn time.
Yeah, a lot of sports today.
Yeah, we did sports. I'm exhausted. God, why is sporting so hard? God,
good question.
It's exhausting over here.
It's too much.
Can only sports so hard.
It's too much.
I need a nap. We're right at political compromises, and we're sportsing, and God, wow! God bless America. Yeah, Red Wings are fighting for their playoff life. I'm emotionally on edge.
New Mexico's almost out of the NIT. I'm emotionally on edge.
I like at some point, Rob randomly just goes to Steven over there. Kind of like what New Mexico's got going on. No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You've been watching Mexico for 8 minutes.
I like that little club.
I do kind of like the turquoise trim they got on the old uni.
Well, there you go. Yeah. See, we're on the same page.
That place is an S-hole. We had to play there in the mighty Mountain West. That place sucks. It's no UTEP, but it sucks.
I went to Albuquerque once, and I have no real impressions of it. We played the golf course that's right on the New Mexico campus. It's a nice golf course.
I'm always like, I got to be careful because all you see when you play somewhere is airport, bus, hotel, stadium. Like, so you don't really get a true sense of a place, but I think I got enough of El Paso and Albuquerque where I was like, I don't need to come back. I'm like, we're good here.
Well, Albuquerque, way better than El Paso.
100%. El Paso is like the worst place that I've ever been.
I went to Sbarro's Pizza in El Paso once.
Is that like when I went to Chili's? I went to Chili's in Mexico City, same sort of thing?
To be fair, we were just passing through and needed a quick bite.
Oh, yeah.
So we stopped at Sbarro's in the mall.
Is there a Sbarro's that isn't in the mall?
No, I think they're all in malls.
Now, the question becomes, is Sbarro's still a thing?
I'm going to say it's not, only because malls kind of aren't.
No, malls are still there. There's some malls that are still jumping.
Yeah, I know, but, well, I don't know about jumping.
Oh, Washington Square.
We have a Sbarro's still?
Yeah.
God, I'm going to go there tonight.
There's one in Happy Valley.
Yeah, Clackamas Town Center.
Yeah.
They have one there, too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my kids go there with my parents.
Yeah, there's two.
So Sbarro's...
The Vaughn family heads to Sbarro's for pizza night?
My parents take the kids to the mall. You know, they're watching the grandkids. They're going Sbarro's.
All right.
Huh.
So that's the grandparent movie.
Is it good pizza?
It's pizza. Yeah, you go to the mall because they got so many different options. You can let them like run around a little bit, expend some energy.
Now the Sbarro, do they go to the Clackamas one? Or, you're right, the Happy Valley one.
Yeah.
That's got a whopping 2.5 stars. I'm I'm trying to pull up some reviews of the old Sbarros here.
Oh.
Do I need to tell my parents not to take him there?
Well, what else do malls have? They have like
There's
stores.
always that store in the mall that sells swords. There's always
there's always.
No, I'm talking about food.
Oh. Well,
So at the town center, they got Panda Express, which my youngest son is obsessed with Panda Express. He loves it.
And we can no longer say anything bad about it.
No.
Because one of the owners.
Because I want free orange chicken.
I'm not saying anything about it. I'll tell you right now, the fast food game is expensive. Like, one, you shouldn't eat there all the time because it's terrible for you, but it's insane, like, how much, like, a meal cost at, like, Burgerville. The best value in the game is a 2-item combo at Panda Express is like $10.
It's a great deal.
And it's a lot of food.
They got like a Cajun grill at the town center.
Yeah, they'll have all those, and there's there'll be a generic Panda Express competitor.
Yeah, there's like it's like a Nori Japan, I want to say, is what they call it.
Maybe an Orange Julius, if you will.
Yeah, Jamba Juice is there. Some solid options.
It's the last time you ate at a mall.
Probably
Yeah.
with my parents and my kids one time.
It's been a long time, but I do feel like we're venturing into Stephen Vaughn territory here.
We're getting a glimpse behind the curtain.
I mean, dude, I got 2 kids. What do you want me to do?
Listen, I'm not judging. I'm just
a little judgy.
Making an observation.
I felt like there was a little judgment there. Look, I may have been involved
The guy
too.
doesn't light up about food much.
No.
When we're talking food here,
he does not.
All of a sudden, we start talking Sbarros. You can't shut him up.
It is weird that of all the places we have brought up, the one that seemed to get you the most.
Well, you guys get excited about it. I'm not going to just jump in. You guys are talking.
We needed some Sbarros excitement, and damn it, Steven brought it.
I don't even know if I've ever eaten Sbarros, to be honest. I know the kids have.
I remember doing it.
You're more of a Panda Express man, are you?
I'll eat Panda.
I know I've had a Sbarro slice at some point, but that had to be little. I'm with you. If I go to the mall, which I don't, but if I were, it would be to it would be a Panda or a Bastard place like that where you do like you get some rice or a noodle, you get some sort of sesame chicken dish, and like an egg roll, and it's like $9, and you're like, cool, let's do this. I'm not. That's every time I'm going to a mall. That's what I'm getting. Unless you want to go fancy and go to like the Outback Steakhouse.
No rules, just
the claim
right.
jumper.
Yeah, there's always an Outback or like a Claim Jumpers or something at a mall as well. If you want to fancy it up a little bit, go get yourself a bloomin' onion.
So we only have the one claim jumper, right?
I think so.
And it's down there by
Clackamas.
It's Wallaton, I thought.
No, there's the town center one.
No, it's the one right by the town center.
So there's 2 of them.
Oh, there is one out there by.
There's one by the Blazers practice facility.
Okay.
Or at least there used to be.
The Cheesecake Factory's out there at the town center.
My buddy's dad, the world famous Liquor Rick, his favorite restaurant in the world, Claim Jumpers. Why?
Value.
They make a mean Widowmaker burger.
I'm convinced that no human being needs or really will feel good about themselves if they eat an entire meal at Claim Jumpers. Like, it comes like on a wagon wheel. Like this, I remember going to Claim Jumpers and ordering like a chicken fried steak. We went there for like a breakfast brunch thing years and years ago. I was like, I'll get the chicken fried steak. I think they brought me out an entire cow ass. It was just a leg. I was like, what?
It's the full plate.
What is this?
So their
Who
bid
needs that much chicken fried steak?
If you haven't been to Claim Jumper, their bid is they just serve giant portions.
Yes.
And so
it's hot,
I don't
it's
know how
brown,
they-
and there's plenty of it.
I don't know how they do that and make money, but I guess they just charge you a bunch. I don't know. I've only eaten there once, but I will say the one time I ate there, I didn't think it was bad. I just thought it was too much.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I just love when like you get the dad that's favorite. Like if you ask you what your favorite restaurant is and you go Claim Jumpers, like I love that. My dad loved 2 places before he passed away. One, Robert N. Brown got excited about 2 places and 2 places only. One, Fuddruckers.
Whoa.
He loved Fuddruckers.
Yikes.
And then the other one, Golden Corral. Just the mere mention of a Golden Corral. And the sad part is he died before a Golden Corral could get put in, like here. Now there's one like that would have been like 8 minutes from his house. But that man, we'd be on a road trip somewhere. We could have just eaten at Claim Jumpers. And my dad could be driving down the freeway and he would see a sign for a Golden Corral. We were getting off the freeway to go to the Golden Corral. Like, Dad, no one's hungry. I don't care. We're going to the Golden Corral. When they rang that bell for the fresh bread, oh my. Big Bobby, you've never seen the man happier. I've never seen him light up like that.
So we are getting reports from our roving reporters
Yeah.
that the claim jumper in Clackamas is closed.
Really?
Yeah. Closed as of March 2026. That's too bad.
By the way,
or is it?
This is a review from the Sabaros in Clackamas.
Uh-oh.
It was a dark day for sure. No, seriously, I felt like the dude serving me almost wanted to fight me because he was there. You could tell they put no effort and could care less about the food and service. I'd been going there since I was like 9 and about to turn 40. Hadn't been in a while. So very bad to see this place go down. It used to be good. I miss those days.
Well,
that from Joe Shoe 86.
To be fair, how much effort do they need to put into the pizza? You put it in the oven.
Well,
and then you slice it.
This one from Christy, 1 star. I've eaten a lot of various pizzas over the years, including Sbarro's across the country. When did Sbarro's stop making New York-style pizza? The cheese slice I had when it was folded that was the size of a Sicilian-style, no grease strip. The side of spaghetti was 1 pound of wet noodle and barely any sauce. Very disappointed in the whole experience. 1 star. It's not doing great.
Maybe some of these people need to curtail their expectations. You know?
Yeah, I'd be interested what you thought
Like,
going
what do
in.
you think you're getting?
Now, do you grade the Sbarro's on a sliding scale?
What do you mean? Like,
Well, like, so they're giving.
Yes, I would.
There's a lot of 1 stars, but if you
but
go
is
in,
it really a 1? Or is it more? It's Sbarro. That's maybe a 4.
I went into Sbarro's, which was very far out of my way because I have nostalgia for malls and Sbarro's. Rest assured, I will not do that again.
Well, why though?
Well, I mean, it goes on. The service I received was horrid. The guy could not have possibly cared less. Even if I was there to give him money. A
little bit of a theme.
Yeah. He couldn't be bothered to stop listening to his headphones, which I love.
Wow.
If the Sbarro guy was listening to headphones, kudos to that. There's almost no food available during lunchtime. He was turning people away left and right because they wanted food, and he didn't want to make food. The counter was disgustingly dirty. There were no drinks except for fountain, which I avoid. I honestly don't understand why this restaurant is even open. I'm not going back. By the way, there's a lot of these. It's not... Yeah. Whoever owns that Sbarro's in Clackamas, the reviews are struggling.
All right, we got a little something called zombie filler. This is the new...
It's a new one?
This is a new cosmetic surgery rage.
You getting this done, are you?
How do you know I haven't?
It's true. Word on the street is you've been enhancing.
Zombie filler. What could this be?
I don't even want to know.
We'll get to that next on The Fan.
The Fans.
we all need a little help as we age.
Oh, absolutely.
We want
nips and tucks.
Yeah,
and,
right. We want something tucked. We want something nipped. We want something enhanced.
Fix your hair.
We want it all because we can't bear the brunt of the idea of just being an old.
I will tell you, aging. Look at old people, and by old, like mid 50s to mid 60s. Look at those people in like the 1980s versus now. It's a completely different ball game. We are kicking aging's ass as a society. Well, if you have money.
Well, and it's true because like I remember like when my grandma died, she was like maybe 72, 73, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, that's so old.
Yeah.
But now, it's not.
No.
It's not old at all.
No.
Hell, you're almost 72.
I got called a silver daddy the other day.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
By a twink.
By a twink.
All right.
Drew the twink.
Where are you hanging out?
Well, you need to worry about that. Yeah, I got called a silver daddy, and I was like, whoa.
Believe me, I think I know.
I was like, what's happening there? I was like, God, am I that gray? But I am now basically the same age that Wilford Brimley was when he filmed Cocoon.
Jeez.
Right? Like, you're like, whoa. That just is very odd to think about. And look, I'm not the youngest looking guy in the world, but I don't look like Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, he was 49, they said?
Yeah, he was 48 when they filmed it, and I think 49 when it came out.
I can't even believe that.
Right?
Go look at him. Google image Wilford Brimley Cocoon.
Yes, and then Google Paul Rudd and realize they're the same age. It's so strange.
Paul Rudd now, you mean?
Yeah, Paul Rudd now.
So he's 56.
Paul Rudd's 56.
Yeah.
And looks 1,000 times better.
He looks great.
And that's the same thing now. You see like female actresses who are like in their 50s. They look amazing. There's just people are taking much better care of themselves. Now, maybe not general in society. We're still eating crap and all that. But people that if you're taking care of yourself, you got a little money, you're eating better. There's more things out there. We are aging better than we did 20 or 30 years ago, and that's not even close.
You're right, Silver Daddy.
Yeah. What's up, Drew?
Whoa.
Like, I didn't know how to take that, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it as a compliment.
Yeah, I think it's a compliment.
Yeah.
So this is called zombie filler, and it's cadaver tissue.
I thought this was gonna be some when you said zombie, I was like, dude, they're gonna put in some sort of dead crap in you.
Yep. So
are they putting dead fat into people?
Yes. Oh. That's pretty much what they're doing. It's a state-of-the-art procedure that employs...
Is it state-of-the-art? You're just cutting up dead dudes and shoving it in you?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. You've nailed it. It's cadaver tissue. It's basically fat harvested from a corpse. So the fat is sterilized, it's put into tubes, and they rebrand it as a substance called aloe clay.
We're now, it's Soylent Green. We're just injecting it into your fat ass.
Until now, cosmetic surgeons would use fat transfers, meaning fat is extracted from one part of a person's body.
Yeah.
You know, lipo or whatever.
Sure.
And then re-injected into areas requiring a little more lift.
No, just...
For women, it'd be the lips, the breasts, and the buttocks. And men, often the pecs, biceps, and, of course...
The hog?
The cat. Oh, whoa. The calves.
Are you getting a zombie hog? Is that the next one?
Jeez.
Just go ahead and throw it down there.
Down there?
But aloe clay means that those who don't want to remove their own fat, or in the case of many patients, are lacking in body fat altogether, can now receive a one-off set of injections from external and, crucially, deceased donor sources.
Is that cheaper?
It is cheaper. According to a surgeon, his name is Dr. Douglas Steinbreck of Alpha Males Surgery.
Oh, my God. You imagine going into alpha male surgeries and be like, yeah, I'm going to need to, what is it? The fame maxing? What's clavicular doing?
That's where clavicular, well, he's in prison.
Look maxing?
We got jail, isn't he?
I need to look max. I need some dead tissue in me.
I think Dr. Doug can help you. He says it's a game changer. The recipients don't need surgery. They don't need general anesthesia. They don't have any recovery and the pain from all of that stuff.
So that's the only difference. So you're just okay just injecting.
You just shoot it. right in there, and you're fine.
So instead of getting fake breasts, you get real dead breasts? Is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I dare look up? What do I?
Zombie filler.
I can't look up zombie breasts.
Just the so
What
it's
did you
called
get?
Alloclae, ALLOCLAE.
Okay, Alloclae breasts. Well,
why'd you got to go straight to the?
Well,
to the
look,
tots?
it's scientific. I'm merely wondering what the procedure is like. Yeah, I mean,
it's FDA cleared.
Is it really?
Yep.
Yeah,
People are getting it.
Do I go home tonight to the BTJ and be like, honey, got big news. We no longer need breast implants are out. Got a great idea. This is all natural. We're gonna take a dead woman's up tops, shoot them right into you. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here. Like, I don't know. It seems kind of harmless to me.
Except you have
they're already
another
dead
person in you,
and you just shoot it right in there. You don't have to worry about like surgery or anything. I mean, I don't know. It's quite an advancement, if you ask me.
Fire it up right in there.
Fire it up. Yeah. I don't know what you would need it for.
Do you need some pec work, Rob? Do you need some calf?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe. Maybe I'll look into it.
Isn't it weird that we're all spending all this time to try to be less fat, and yet we're paying to inject someone else's fat?
Well, that's what I mean. It's like, I don't want any more fat. I got plenty of it.
Yeah, if you want to be fat, just, go eat a
Sbarros.
double order of Sbarros, and you'll be fine. Boy, I'll tell you what. That's
all right,
it.
So
now we're injecting botulism into our face. We got zombie tissue. Everyone's on some sort of weird experimental what's the GLPs or whatever.
GLP-1s?
Have you seen now that there's some initial thought that it could be rotting people's bones now?
Oh no.
Yeah. it's
Now,
causing
do they
people-
have any side effects when you actually take them?
Yeah, dude, I know a lot of people.
Or is it long-term?
No, there's people that immediately go on it, and Bert Kreischer was talking about this. He says he's just nauseous all the time.
Ugh.
One of the BTJ's friends on it, and you're just miserable.
Well, isn't that just so? I mean, it's just basically an appetite suppressant.
Yeah,
isn't that what it is?
Yeah, like
What they
curbs it. But yeah, I saw a thing the other day where some people are starting to kind of ask the question: is it literally rotting your bones by taking this? But
shouldn't they know that?
We're all going to be skinny. No one cares.
Test it in the Mises.
Yeah. I saw one because I love side effect commercials. There was one. I don't know what is it Manjaro? Is that another one of the?
Yeah, Manjaro.
You've
got. Let's see. What do you got? You have Manjaro. You have obviously Ozempic.
Yeah.
And you have Wegovy.
So I think it was Manjaro. Listen for it, because I was watching TV a couple weeks ago, and the commercial comes on, and they do the side effects. And hand to God, the side effects to Manjaro are blistering, extreme swelling, skin splitting in the area between the anus and the genitals.
That's the taint.
And I was like, what? Skin splitting in the area. They didn't say taint. They said the area between the anus and I about fell out of my chair.
But why?
I don't know. That's my question. You're literally on something that you don't know why it makes you skinny, other than it makes you nauseous. You don't want to eat. And by the way, your taint may explode. Your taint may blow up. And we're like, well, at least I'm skinny, because God forbid I exercise and don't eat. Yeah, it's
for the gram.
It's for the gram, man.
Gotta look good on there.
Well, and after you do Ozempic, then you get all that weird face, and then you have to go get the zombie fat injected into your face so you don't have Ozempic face. It's like one versus the other.
If I brought Dr. Doug in here right now,
yeah,
and he had his zombie filler,
yeah,
and he said, "We have a sports gun to your head," and
Yeah.
we say, "Listen, you're not getting out of here alive unless you inject this."
Yeah.
Where would you inject it?
Calves.
Yeah.
I got little bird legs. I got small calves, and like when you have small calves, they don't grow. I mean, the hog's out, right? Can we do? We swinging a hammer?
Well,
How's that?
I'm not excluding it.
How's that work?
I don't know.
You just come home and like the BDJ comes home, I would pull a full-on Porky Pig at that point. I'd be wearing a top, no bottom, be like, hey, what What do you think? No, I would go calves. Like that's like I got small legs. You got anything? Taint maybe? You want a big rosy taint, do you?
No.
Get yourself on some Manjaro.
I don't know where I'd put it. Maybe I'd just die.
You're like, I'm dead.
No zombie filler for me. I'll take the sports gun.
There was another one I saw an ad for called TD something that was only there to counteract the side effects of the other drug. I think it was the GLPs. It's like, are you on a GLP and you feel like crap? Ask your doctor about it. Was called TD. That was the initials. And it literally was a drug that you can take for the other drugs that you're taking so you don't feel quite as bad. This is what we're advertising. Like $1 billion a year gets spent on this.
Yeah.
It's like when I like that they do that with the suicide drugs, like the antidepressants. It's like, hey, is your antidepressant making you want to kill yourself? Take this other antidepressant to go along with that antidepressant, and you won't want to kill yourself. That's a real thing. There are drugs out there to counteract the antidepressant's desire for you to kill yourself.
Yeah. Big pharma, baby. Got to make that money.
Ask your doctor. And my question is, wouldn't your doctor know? If you are having any of these problems and you go in to see your doctor, wouldn't your doctor be aware of the medication? Has anyone ever walked into the doctor and been like, hey, doc, I heard this medication that blows up my taint, but it makes me skinny. And the doctor's like, never heard of it. And he's like, well, let's get you on it right away. I don't know how that, like, we got to be the only place on earth that does this.
Is this not big in all across the world?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think most of the places it's illegal. I think we are one of the few that allows pharmaceuticals to advertise.
Yeah. Peptides, huh?
I don't. Well, is the GLP? Is that a peptide?
I think that's what they call them.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Don't ask me what that is, but I'll avoid it. I'll just keep eating Sbarro's pizza.
It's all fun.
That's
and games.
how I get my.
It's all fun and games. So your taint explodes.
Sbarro's doing that to people? Kind of is.
That makes. If I eat some Sbarro, something else is going to explode. It's not going to be my taint. It's a little further back. You know when you're eating something like, you're eating something in the mall, you know you're going to have a rough night. You're like, ah, hell. It's like a night of drinking.
Well, hey, drinking. We've got a new drinking study.
All right.
And you know me, I won't bring it to the table unless it's good for us
That's
drinkers.
right. I was going to say, I hope this news means that it's awesome.
Yeah. We'll get to that next. Here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Trailblazers new owner Tom Dundon spoke at a press conference today, being introduced to the media and fans. You can go listen to Dundon's press conference and the reactions from Isaac Kasuk. Go download that podcast of Hour 1 and hear all that. Trailblazers are on the court tonight hosting the Pelicans. Portland is a half game back from the Clippers for that 8th seed in the Western Conference. Trailblazers a 6.5 point favorite against the Pelicans, while the Clippers take on the Spurs from LA. Clippers 1.5 point favorites in their game. Las Vegas Raiders, they're going to have a new quarterback, maybe Fernando Mendoza, but they're going to have another one. They're bringing in Kirk Cousins on a 5-year deal, but in reality, with all the fancy language out of the way, it's a 1-year deal, fully guaranteed $20 million for Kirk Cousins. This will be Kirk's 11th straight season in the NFL where he has a fully guaranteed deal. Former Bills and Patriots cornerback Stephon Gilmore, he has announced his retirement from the NFL. Gilmore, 2-time All-Pro and 2019 NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Phil Mickelson announced he will not be playing at the Masters next week. He said his family is navigating a personal health matter and that he will be out an extended period of time. Arizona coach Tommy Lloyd, he was asked about the open North Carolina job today at their press conference for the Final Four. He said, quote, I'm a simple guy. I'm kind of just one thing at a time. I'm not a multitasker, so I'm 100% locked in on Arizona basketball right now. End quote. Arizona takes on Michigan. Michigan, a 1.5 point favorite. And Michigan will have point guard Elliot Cadeau. He rejoined his teammates today after he was hospitalized yesterday with an allergic reaction. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Here. I looked it up, by the way. The United States and New Zealand, the only two countries on the planet that allow for pharmaceuticals to advertise.
Really?
Doesn't that say something?
Yeah.
It's just us. Like,
big pharma, man.
God bless America. And New Zealand, for that matter. Why the Kiwis?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because they usually do things right over there.
You would think that that would be something that, like, we have nothing that's bipartisan anymore. You would think that that's something that we could all come together on and be like, this is a terrible idea, and we should all do it.
Yeah!
Should we play the fun game of how much they spend?
America, woo!
How much who spends?
How much,
Americans?
How much do pharmaceuticals spend on advertising?
I think, well, I don't know. But I would imagine they spend a lot on lobbying as well. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I bet that's their big ticket item.
That's true. Yeah, but again, you would think that just we would all get together and just collectively as a people be like, this does nothing but just cause humongous amounts of pain and suffering for people. But I guess we can't. Is it one of those kind of too big to fail sort of things?
I'm going to ChatGPT on this.
Oh my God. I just saw it.
400 million?
No.
Oh, billions.
15.5. This is in 2023. Pharmaceutical companies spent $15.5 billion on advertising.
Oof.
And over $5 billion just on TV ads alone. They spend roughly 20 to 25% of their budgets on marketing, often exceeding research and developmental expenses. Good grief.
Well, you can always not buy it, you know.
I mean, I guess it works. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it. But right? I mean,
so I got a new drinking study here for you.
Yeah, tell me it's awesome.
Well, it doesn't really say that, but look, we all know the effects of drinking.
Yeah, the youth are all anxiety riddled and can't talk to anyone and aren't having the sex because they're not drinking.
Is that your philosophy? Is that your theory?
No, that's a
fact. Is that science?
It's a science fact. Yeah, they're not going out. They're not socializing. I mean, that's not the only reason, but there is that thought is, it's not a thought. They are not drinking and they're not going to bars and they're becoming increasingly homebodies and they're not going out and socializing.
So this study was published in the journal Addictive Behaviors. And it provides evidence that the relationship between alcohol use and future anxiety depends significantly on a person's age and how they consume alcohol. The findings indicate that while consuming larger amounts of alcohol per occasion predicts slightly higher anxiety levels in most adults, drinking more frequently but in smaller amounts is linked to lower anxiety in older populations.
You know it. Everybody else knows it.
See, even that guy knew it.
You know, and so as you get a little older, the human condition requires some anesthesia from time to time, right?
Boy, ain't that the truth.
You know, just gotta have a little sippy sip
It
every now
started
and then.
with Ernest Hemingway.
Well, he's probably not the best example.
No, he took it too far.
Took a little too far. we don't like that. But yeah, I mean, it helps you be social within reason.
Well, look,
because it all gets lumped into one bad category. Now, I get it. There's a lot of bad that comes out of that, but
well, yeah, like liver disease and cardiovascular problems.
Yeah.
Look, it's not great for you.
No.
We all know that.
Yeah.
A lot of things aren't great for us.
Oh, 100%.
Including GLP-1s.
Well, that's my point. Like, anyone that gives me crap.
Peptides.
I get a lot of crap about having a beverage or two, but
They're devout alcoholics.
Possible. But again, it's always funny about where people draw the line about what, it's like, now I get it. If you have a real problem and you like, and it's wrecking your life, by all means. But let's not act because you don't drink, you're some sort of bastion of health. I got Stephen Vaughn in there who doesn't drink, but he loves himself some Sbarro's pizza.
That big fat
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So scientific literature has established a robust link between alcohol consumption and health issues. However, the connection between drinking and psychological conditions, particularly anxiety, is less understood. Existing evidence often appears contradictory. Some past inquiries found that alcohol use leads to increased anxiety, while others found no link or even a decrease in symptoms.
So what you're saying is drinking's good for you.
Boy,
Drink up, Johnny boy.
Listen, you don't need science.
No.
Just listen to your body.
Exactly.
My body tells me I'm way less anxious when I drink.
It
relaxes me.
I have a much better time, I'll tell you that.
That's right.
If I'm somewhere where I don't want to be, you know what makes it a lot better? Something in my hand. Something with a big cube in it that probably is it's got some brown.
So the real problem here, and I think this is what this study is pointing out, is that when you see a drinking study, what gets it all mixed up and gets mixed results is the differences between heavy use drinking and just somebody drinking daily but not very much, or somebody just drinking occasionally. Like, those are three very different things.
Oh, 100%.
So when you say drinking's bad, well, yes, if you're a heavy drinker, that's bad.
Yeah.
But, glass of wine every couple nights? Is that bad?
Couldn't agree more.
I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? So if Suk and I are two guys who like a drink from time to time.
Yes.
If I consume the amount of alcohol that you consume, I might be dead.
It would be problematic, yes.
But if you consume the amount of alcohol I consume, you would probably be like, oh my God, he doesn't even really drink at all.
Comparative statements.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can call us devout alcoholics. I mean, fair points.
It's a sliding scale, though.
But it is totally a sliding scale.
Yes.
And we don't have the research yet to say how bad moderate drinking is for you.
Well,
but that's not all, folks.
I believe the Italians are some of the healthiest people in the world. And let me tell you, those guys drink. It's a very European sort of thing. The difference is when you go to other places, We drink often to just get blotto as opposed to drinking to be social.
Correct.
Those are two totally different things.
Well, yeah, you're talking about Americans?
Yes.
Yeah, like booze is a bigger part of culture in a lot of other countries.
Yes.
And it's just like ingrained.
Yes.
You just partake. That's part of their culture. Here, we just like to get housed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of our culture too, but not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some cultures, like I always talk about it in Hungary. My buddy went to Hungary. They drink palenka. You ever had palenka?
I have.
Yeah. It's not bad.
No, it's not my favorite.
Lethal, but not bad. And, they drink it in the morning.
Yes.
When they get up, they take a shot of it.
Yeah.
And it's like to us over here, we're like, oh my God, alcohol. But that's part of their culture. Whereas over here, we don't have any of that. We just like to go out and get housed.
Yeah. But I love finding a place like bar culture. If you find the right bar, there's not a better, in my opinion, social environment than a cool bar that doesn't have the power drinkers. When there's some good music, you got a bartender or two that you really like.
Yeah, but they kind of all have the power drinkers.
Yeah.
You get there long enough.
I know.
You'll
I
see
know.
the regs, and it's a sad state of affairs. Believe me, I worked in bars for years.
That's,
But you
gotta find
a
the
lot
right-
of times they're fun.
You got to find the right mix.
But you can tell, like it's problematic.
Yes. But, look, you're going to make an omelet. You got to break some eggs.
Personal choices. It's not.
But that environment is a great time. It really is. So if I'm in a social situation, to me, that social situation is only enhanced by having a beverage or two. And when it's not there, I think people tend to be very uptight. They don't really know what to do. People are awkward, and it helps people, in my opinion, be less
me.
awkward.
What do you think, Steven?
No, see that, and that's
Hot
the thing
takes?
is people, because I don't drink, people think I'm like that. People think I am against people drinking. That's not the case at all. I have a fun time not drinking, and I'm not necessarily uptight. Like if I'm in the right situation, I'm gonna have fun, and so I don't care what anybody else does. So I'm with you. Like if you're going out to a bar, you're going out to have a little party, I'm fine. I'll go party with you. I'm just not gonna have a drink.
I will say this. I didn't drink for a year, 2019. Into the COVID, right into the COVID year.
Yeah.
And what I learned during that time was, because people are always talking about like dry January or whatever.
Sure.
And I always laugh at that. I'm like, dude, you may shed a few pounds and feel better if you don't drink for 30 days. Like if you're a regular drinker.
Yeah.
But that's not going to, it's not going to do anything for you. But if you go a year and you start to go through all of the big things in life that happen, and you do it without drinking as a big drinker, and you start doing all of those things without, like you experience some sadness, you experience a death, you experience a great jubilation, a wedding, just going out to celebrate something. All of the things that you go through in the period of a year, if you do all of them sober, you start to really, at least I did, start to really understand what your relationship with alcohol was and is. And I am just like Steven. I did not think, I would have bet $1 million that I would be miserable without alcohol if I'm at, like a wedding or somewhere fun. Opposite was true. I had a great time without alcohol, didn't need the alcohol at all. What I did learn was I do need I have a nervous drinking habit, whether it's water, coffee, soda.
So you just need something.
Yes, and I noticed that I drink it fast when I'm in social settings. It's it's anxiety. It's it's nerves.
Yeah.
Right? So I used to do that with booze, and then you take the booze away, but I would still need to do that, whether it was tea or coffee or water, whatever I was drinking.
Yeah.
So that taught me a lot about my own relationship with alcohol, and now I've since then I always have drank far less.
Interesting.
So I learned that I didn't really need it when I thought I did.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite too. Like if I'm going to be drinking, I'm going to be anxious. I've had a few drinks in my life, and it makes me anxious, and I get anxiety when I do drink. And so I feel more comfortable when I don't have a drink in my hand, and
Makes
I'm
sense.
willing to
That's
go
fair.
talk to people because I know there's problems on my side of the family, and then I get that way, and then
Then you're right to
the,
make
the
that.
inner demons in Steven come out, and nobody wants that.
Kudos to you for having see, that's what I
That's
applaud
great.
then, understanding that. I have an interesting relationship because of the Mormon church, and I did go 4 years, publicly at least. Look, I'm not going to say I was perfect for the 4 years, but I never drank in public, and it was not a super regular thing in my house. I literally tried for 3 or 4 years to do the church thing, and what I found is it didn't stick for me. I don't get any benefit from not doing it, and I enjoy having a beverage. I just do. And in fact, I enjoy having several beverages. But again, I'm a big guy. I can have a lot. And so for me, I've never had any of the negative with it. I don't have a problem. I can go long periods of time. I mean, like I said, I went years with having very, very minimal drinks. I just like it. I like everything around it. But I will tell you, I don't like to be around drunk people if I'm sober.
You kind of like whatever it is you like.
Yeah, you got to get out of there at that point.
If I show up to a place and someone's already been pre-gaming and most of the people that I'm around are deep and I haven't started, one, it's going to take me a while to catch up. And that kills me. I want nothing to do with it at that point. So it is true that there's like a line of where it crosses for me and it goes from having a fun social time to I'm just around a bunch of drunks and I want to leave.
The being around a bunch of drunks thing, sober, is very obnoxious.
It's tough.
There's no question. But it's also fun to step back and just watch it all unfold.
Yeah.
And just you're seeing everything clearly.
Yeah.
They're not. And you can just watch the decline. It's
Yes.
really something.
The one thing I hate also is being the sober one. People want me to take care of the drunks, and I will not.
Yeah, no.
I will not do that.
That's not your
Right.
No.
And
They're
everyone's like,
adults.
"Oh, you're not drinking." No, I'm not. I've had people run out of the house, like run down the street, go get him. I'm not getting him. Sit here and watch football.
Adult. What if it's your 12-year-old kid?
Let him go.
So anyway, there's a new study and research. Apparently there's more research coming out soon that will help explain why older people tend to experience anxiety reduction with more frequent drinking.
Just make the decision that's right for you.
Ladies and gentlemen. More frequent drinking. We'll wrap it up next on The Fan. Well, I have some good news, and I have some bad news.
Talk to me.
The bad news is we do not have a full show tomorrow.
No, it's a bit of a hodgepodge, if you will.
The good news is Joey Harrington's back, and he will be on.
Yes.
And you will hear more of Stephen Vaughn on our show tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
So we've got a company party in here, and we're going to be on from 3 to 4.
Doing some social drinking.
Actually, we will.
Yeah.
We're going to be on from 3 to 4. Then Steven's going to come on.
Yeah.
Then you're going to hear an In the News that's us. Then Steven's going to come on. Then you're going to hear Joey Harrington. Then we're going to do
there's
a
the best of club.
Is this the most confusing show we've ever done?
Yeah, no, it's a little odd what we're going to
Yeah.
try to piece together tomorrow, but
We're going to
It's a Frankenstein.
There you go.
but we
I mean, I could have done it the 3 hours. I just didn't have a partner here. I didn't want to go full 3.
Yeah.
I haven't done it for a while, so
yeah, it's all good.
ease into it.
So Suk and I will be here from 3 to 4. That much I can tell you.
Yes.
After that, who knows? Maybe we'll pop in on Steven
Drinking, yeah.
half in the bag.
All right, guys.
Have I told you my thoughts on
It's not out of the question.
Let me tell you about getting Dundon.
So that's tomorrow's show. But we will have Joey. He's back from Spain. Talk to him.
Yeah.
So be with us, won't you? 3 to 7 on The Fan. Good night.